To No Fugazee podcast. I'm your host Cooley,
and I'm your co-host Ease.
We got another amazing episode tonight. We got 6 lovely ladies on the panel talking dating and relationships. Let's go. Gabby, off. You done. And you want to leave too? This is how our relationship goes. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. So we had a debate night on Wednesday, which went pretty good. Keep tuning into the debate nights. Anyone that wants to debate me on, politics, dating and relationships, male and female intersexual dynamics, anything, feminism, go ahead and check out debate nights. We do them every Wednesday and sometimes Sunday. I think I am going to do one this Sunday as well. So tune into debate nights. We do those Sundays, Wednesdays at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a few links in the description. The first link is going to be for the membership. We got three tiers in there. First tier is gang. Second tier is hitman. Third tier is mob ties. You join any of those tiers, you locked in with us. You're welcome to the cookout. And you have instant access to us via Instagram. The second link in there is going to be for the one-on-one coaching. I coach men and women on dating and relationships, coach men on masculinity, and also I do couples coaching and media and marketing coaching. So click those links and you can sign up for coaching. The next link is going to be for merch. Go ahead and bring that up, Steve. Bet. So if you could see, we got the Mr. Man glasses, famous glasses that I always wear. It's my brand. Go ahead and support. Cop some merch. And then we got the t-shirts. The God over man, man over woman, woman over children t-shirts. Go ahead and support, man. We sold out twice already. Finna sell out a third time. And Ease, you got anything, man? How you been, bro?
Yo, I've been good, man. Just working a lot. Getting into real estate actually.
You are.
No, I'm really that serious. Yeah.
Sky, you're not telling me.
Yeah, I was gonna wait.
You was gonna wait.
But you got me on the spot. So.
I got you on the spot. Okay,
yeah,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, let's have the ladies introduce themselves. Who's gonna be my first victim?
Hey.
Right there. Name, age, where you from?
I am Dominican originally. I live in Jersey. I'm 39, and my name is Esme.
Esme.
Yes.
She started off with her nationality first. She's like, I'm Dominican.
I'm a proud Dominican.
Okay.
I'm a proud woman.
Cool,
I'm just
cool.
proud to be here.
And what do you do for a living?
I do a variety of things.
Steve, you actually moved her mic down too much. Okay, I got you. I'll fix it real quick. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm sorry. What do you do for a living?
So I do a variety of things. I am a business owner. I own a beauty salon. I own a restaurant. I also I help people finance their businesses and fix their credits. I own a company. And I also do social media full time.
Okay, cool.
And I trade in the stock market, yeah. That's what helped me retire.
Okay, that's what's up. You got more jobs than a Mexican.
Listen.
All right. And fun fact about yourself.
Fun fact, I love living, not just existing.
You love living.
Living. I live in the moment. I love to love.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, show of hands, who loves living?
Okay,
I want it something fun, maybe something unique.
But that is fun because a lot of us are just here. I'm not just here. Like, I'm living to the fullest. I live in the moment. I'm not on my phone celebrating what everybody else is doing. I'm living.
All right, so you explain a little bit more. So when you be taking vacations and stuff, you ain't even worried about all the selfies and all that. You go ahead and enjoying yourself.
Trust me, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
And I do that often.
You do it often,
yeah.
Okay. And relationship status?
I am in a relationship.
How long?
I don't keep count.
I mean, years, months?
Probably like a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Year strong.
And have you ever taken a Plan B?
I have.
How many?
Probably like 3, 4.
3, 4? Just pop them?
I mean, listen, I had my daughter when I was 14. And I was born, I was raised in foster care.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anybody to tell me, like, this is right or wrong. I kind of had to figure out life. So, yeah, I figured it out. So maybe it was 4, maybe it was 5. But I'm where
Or
I'm
15?
That's where I'm at now.
I'm messing with you.
Or
I'm messing
15
with
or
you.
20. Like, who
Okay,
knows?
fair enough.
You know?
Okay, thank you for that. And moving right along, name, age, and where you from?
I'm Sam. I'm 18 and I'm from Philly.
Sam, 18, from Philly. What you do for a living?
I'm a daycare teacher and a student.
Daycare teacher. Okay. Student. What you a student in? What college you go to?
I go to ESU.
Yes. Yo, is her audio good? Put the camera on her real quick. I mean, you know what? It could be a little bit closer. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Here we go. I think her audio should be straight. Okay, you said you go to ESU. What are you majoring in?
Communication of science disorders. So for speech therapy.
Dope.
Okay. Cool. Relationship status?
Single.
Single. How long you been single for?
My whole life.
Oh,
Pretty much.
she's like, yeah, I'm only 18. I just was born. Just came to existence.
She was born yesterday.
Right? Okay. And let's do fun fact.
I'm goofy.
You goofy.
I'm a goofy girl.
Okay. Cool. And have you ever taken a Plan B? She like, yeah, nigga, on my 18th birthday, I popped.
Yeah, once
Well, it's
before.
always legal to pop when I popped it, like for no reason. Nothing even happened. I took one just because.
Yeah, I took one once.
Okay, fair enough. Name, age, where you from?
I'm 35 and I'm from Brooklyn. I was born in the Bronx, so I'm from New York. I'm a bunch of things. I'm a masseuse. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a bartender. I'm a flexibility instructor. Fun fact about me, I'm a vibe curator. I like to curate vibes. I like high frequencies and high vibrations. I like people smiling. I like people having fun. And I like people being in the present moment, outside their phones, etc. So when I'm able to curate events surrounding that, is when I'm like in my happy.
That's when you're in your element.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever curate vibes with guys?
I do.
Okay. Now, what if the guy doesn't curate a vibe with you, and you're the one that only has to curate that vibe? Would you still be attracted to him?
Probably not.
Fair enough. Take notes. Men, we always got to curate the vibes when it comes to women.
Or just reciprocate. Reciprocate the vibe. All you got to do is mirror it. Because if a female is in a space where she's curating a vibe for you, then she's doing the hard work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just add to it.
Who do you think should curate that vibe, though? Like, say if you're interested in, it's a date, right? Who do you think should curate that vibe?
I think the man should curate the vibe.
Okay.
I think the woman should add to the vibe. But if a man is pursuing a woman, I feel like he should definitely, like, if nothing else, have the place, the time, and then it's okay for a woman to then, curate the vibe accordingly. You know what I'm saying? But to just expect a woman to do everything is
Okay.
a
All
lot.
right. Fair enough. And relationship status?
I'm single.
Single. How long you been single for?
In terms of like, so I've been single for 8 years. Now I've been single because I don't count like situations
Yes.
and like dating and things that. So I haven't been in a real relationship,
Okay.
which was for 7 years in 8 years.
Okay. So, and you said you're 35. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fair enough. Have you ever taken a Plan B?
Twice, and it was with the person I was actually in a relationship with.
Dang. So he wasn't worthy. Mm-mm. All right. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm 18, and I'm also from Philly.
Megan, 18. She's like, hi, my name is Megan. I'm 18.
Don't do that.
So
Don't do that.
proper. All right, Megan. Nuclear family. Mom and dad?
Yes.
We can tell.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. by
that's
the
a
way.
great thing.
That's a great thing.
It's a great thing.
What do you do for a living?
I am a college student. But I
Okay.
do some work on the side. Like I'll go home like one weekend and work at like my local convenience store.
Okay, cool. And let's relationship status.
I am currently single.
Currently single.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be.
And how long you been single for?
I'd say I've been single since like last March.
Okay.
Technically. I was in an on and off relationship for like 2 years, so it's kind of complicated.
Got you. And what are you majoring in school?
Business management.
Business man. Okay, so you communications, and then you business management. Okay, cool. Let's go with fun fact.
Fun fact about me,
Yeah.
I don't know. My favorite color is pink. How about that?
98% of women's favorite. 99. Okay, fair enough. Have you ever taken the Plan B?
No.
No, I could tell. Wait, did you come from a nuclear family? Mom and dad? Okay, all right. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
Penny Lee, 28, and I'm from New York.
Penny Lee, 28, from New York. What you do for a living?
I'm a full-time influencer.
Okay, that's what's up. You want to shout out your stuff?
Yeah, you can follow my podcast. It's called Worth Every Penny. My Instagram is I'm Penny Lee, and I'm just Penny Lee on most platforms.
Okay, and you got a pod. What do you speak about on your podcast?
Similar to you, just all different topics. No,
All different.
no limitations.
Okay, so you used to this environment.
I feel like every podcast is so different. So already this is super different from 28 podcasts I've done.
For real?
It's super different, yeah.
What's different about it? Give me one
You're
thing.
you're curating the vibe, as you just spoke to her about curating vibes. This is your energy. This is your situation. so-
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. She
Different.
said, "Yeah, man, you curating the vibe. It's much different from other people." All right, and so you're an influencer and relationship status.
Single.
Single. How long you been single for?
Out of a monogamous relationship, it has been about 5 years.
5 years. Okay. She said monogamous relationship. So you was swinging before. You was polygamy?
No, I didn't mean it like that, but like similar to what she said, because when you say it, it kind of gives a connotation of like, when was the last time you dealt with a man, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You might not mean it that way, but so I just want to be clear. Like I've dealt with men since my previous relationship,
Got you.
but that was the last like
Full serious
full
relationship.
serious relationship.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And fun fact.
I'm very spiritual and into the law of attraction and stuff like that, science and stuff like that.
Okay. Spiritual. Explain the spiritual stuff.
Spiritual, like into the metaphysics of the universe, of life, of existence, of love, of what we call God, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So do you believe in God, but no religion type stuff then?
I don't identify with the religion.
You don't identify with any religion. Okay, fair enough. And have you ever taken any Plan Bs?
I have popped several.
She said, yeah, I was popping them. Go ahead. Yeah.
Can I just say something that she doesn't speak about
Yeah.
enough? I don't want to take over, right?
No, you fine. Go
But
ahead.
she's an amazing artist. Like she paints. She actually painted me, and we did that on 42nd Street, and she had them go crazy.
Word.
She's very talented.
That's
very
dope.
talented.
Yeah,
I have so many
that's a
different
fun
interests
fact.
that that's something I
That's a good
don't
fun
even
fact.
remember. But thank
Yeah,
you.
she's
I wish I knew how to draw.
Shorty looking out for
too.
you.
You probably can. Everybody can draw. You just have
No.
to actually try. Like
She's
you gotta
talented.
sit there and
She's
try.
I
talented.
guess.
Okay. And you said you took a few Plan Bs under 10 or over 10?
Under 10.
Okay. Name, age, where you from? You see your mic? Just put it closer to you.
I'm Spirit. I'm 35, and I'm from Queens.
Spirit, 35 from Queens. Spirit, put the camera back on her. You see how you ain't in? Can you lean back for me?
And lean the mic.
Bring the
closer.
camera
And then-
towards you.
Yeah. Put the mic towards you that
There
way.
you go.
There you go. Actually, more towards you. Cause you're not fully in.
Want me to move over a little?
No, you fine. Okay. We're gonna do this right here. You just need to come out. There you go. Now you can lean into the mic and speak into it. And let's start that over. Name, age, where you from?
I'm Spirit. I'm 35, and I'm from New York,
Okay, 35.
Yeah,
What part of New York are you from?
Queens.
From Queens. Okay, word. That's what's up. And what do you do for a living?
I do what needs to be done.
She
Needs to be done.
Man, you sound like Tommy. No dang job. Steve, I need you active, brother. I need you active today. Okay, she said, I do what needs to be done. And let's go with.
Nah, I teach. I'm an educator. I'm also a student.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, and I do other things that need to be done.
Okay, fair enough. Illegal or legal?
Well,
She like, don't put me on the spot.
Yo, Steve, call the cops.
Don't put me on a spitty. Okay, and let's do relationship status.
I'm divorced
You divorced.
happily.
How long you been divorced for?
Officially,
Yeah,
I think like 3 years.
3 years. When y'all separate?
I got married in 2013, and we were separated at least by 2015 mentally.
Hey, mentally, I didn't like this dude, but I was just living in the house with him. And he was holding grudges towards one another, walking by one another, giving one a mean eye, like, yeah, nigga, I see you.
It's gotta be mental first.
Sleeping
though.
with one
It's
eye
gotta
open,
be,
like.
it's gotta be mental first.
Okay. Who divorced who?
See, I don't want to do that. I just say I'm very happily divorced.
Okay, fair enough. She said, I'm very happy divorced. You don't got to do nothing you don't want to do. We're not trying to make you either. All right. I was just thinking about your job, you said. She said, I do what needs to be done.
That was crazy.
All right, cool. Steve, you good? All right. Let's get to the super chats. We got one that came in. AZ sends him $5. He says, ladies, name all the traits a man should possess to be a high value man, to be high value. Then name the traits a woman should possess to be high value. Good. Let's do that. Let's start over. She's super young. We ain't gonna do that to her for the first time. Yeah, she may give too much sauce. She's more seasoned.
Yeah, that is very true.
That's right. Don't start with the old people
A
first.
matter of fact,
let's start
do the young ones. Yeah, let's do the young. Yeah,
Let's see
Megan.
what she got.
All right.
So yeah, name all the traits a man needs to possess to be high value.
In your opinion.
Okay.
For you.
So obviously loyalty, like a man needs to be loyal, obviously. And of course this is preference, but for me, a man needs to have a lot of money.
How much money, Megan?
I don't know, like enough to support me and possibly like a family in the future. Enough to support me.
Okay. All right. With him,
Yeah, respectfully.
could you give a figure? I know you're pretty young.
Yeah.
Maybe give a number of what you would want him to make, what you would prefer him to make.
I mean, preferably 6 figures or more.
Okay, so 100K or more.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, what's some other traits that a high value man should possess? If that's it, then we can move on.
Well, I can't really think of any specific things, but like basic things like respectful, like obviously. And that's really it. But for women, you know, I feel like you need to be well maintained as a woman. Like you got to take care of yourself, but also like the people around you.
Okay. Be a nurturing spirit.
Yeah.
Take care of people around you. All right.
But you have to take care of yourself. Like a lot of women, like they want to like take care of the people around them, and that's great. But I feel like sometimes that you got to think about yourself, and not in like a selfish way, but you need to like think about what's good for you.
She's really basically talking about looks.
No,
Right?
she's
No.
not.
Now,
Like
she's
mentally and physically. I'm like mentally, you got to take care of yourself, and physically.
Like health wise.
You can't
Yeah.
pour into somebody else's cup if your cup isn't. If you're not
I
pouring
mean,
into your own.
I'm sorry, but
Well,
okay.
I'm gonna get to you real quick. I wanted
Sorry.
her to finish. Okay. Anything else for women?
I mean, just be a decent human being.
Decent human being. Take care of yourself. Prioritize you, but also help others. Be
Yeah.
nurturing others. Okay. Cool. And what about you? Let's start with the man. What does it take? What should a man possess? What traits should a man possess to be high value?
I think he should have strong leadership skills. He should have some level of providing and protecting, helping guide the female, wisdom, direction. Just a strong masculine leadership kind of energy, because we don't have that as females. So when there's a healthy masculine male, it's very beautiful for a female.
Okay. Cool. Masculinity, What's some? What else she was saying?
Leadership, wisdom,
protecting, providing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And what about for a woman?
Yeah.
For a woman, I think a woman provides more emotional kind of energy toward a man. Love, nurturing, catering, supporting, intuition, wisdom in her own way. I said nurturing, right? Just like a emotional, supportive kind of energy, I think, like a catering kind of energy, more so.
Okay. And what about you? We'll start with the man first. What traits should a man possess to be high value?
I agree with Penny.
Just
100%.
put your mic closer.
Definitely leadership. We need men who can actually lead. I also like what she said about being able to provide some type of protection, some type of provision. Integrity is always important. Integrity is important.
Okay.
Competence is important, but that, goes with leadership. And as far as a woman, what makes a top tier?
Yeah, like what makes a woman high value? What traits should she possess?
That's such a loaded question. But right now, I am envisioning one of the most high value women that I know that happens to be an elder. And she's the sweetest, the warmest, the smartest. She knows when to pipe all the way up and when to pipe all the way down. She protects everyone. She cooks amazing. She gives the best hugs. She always has money.
How does she
always
protect?
Looks good.
Can you explain that?
Her family or her children? What do you mean?
Yeah, like how does she protect?
I mean, I'm actually envisioning a real elder. This is a great grandma. So, I mean, she'll protect down to if she has to, stand in front of the child so they can get a scoop of ice cream while their mother isn't chastising them about it. She'll do that.
Okay.
Down to, who's coming in my house. All levels of protecting her home, her family. Again, I'm thinking about a really amazing elder I know. Dope older woman. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And let's go with you.
Esme.
Esmond.
Esme.
Esme.
Yes.
I'm sorry, ladies. Let me just give y'all a disclaimer.
Listen, we have
I'm
to
big
just
trash
remember
with
you.
names. Yeah, I'm
I
big
get it.
trash with
I
names.
get it. I get it.
Super trash.
I'm not taking it personal.
Okay, cool. What traits should a high value man possess?
I definitely agree with what some of the things that the lady said. But for me, I definitely feel like there's different roles, but I definitely feel like both people, men and women, need to have a lot of the same traits. So peace, effort, character, loving, chemistry. Like these are all things that both partners need to possess in their own right.
Okay.
So when we speak about protection, what I envisioned was, when my man comes home from dealing with the world, me providing that protection of let me cover you, let me hold you, let me do the things that make you feel good. That's what I envision. But obviously he's a protector because he is stronger than me physically and even mentally. Like he has so many things that are on his back.
So you're saying like a woman protects in more of a spiritual way.
Right.
And a man protects in more of the physical way.
Right. Like I know I need to protect my man even from his friends, from the stresses of his family outside of me. So it's different types of protection.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so
we could always use a different word. Steve, you're an expert at words. What words would you use for that?
Protection?
Yeah.
Maybe a covenant, like
It's more like, come on, Steve. You're supposed defender?
Avengers.
Don't like that.
Never mind. Steve, you gotta be on point.
When we think about that, we say nurturers, right?
Yeah, we say nurturers.
Nurturer.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like two individuals in their own right having a lot of the same traits
Okay, cool.
make high value people.
Make high value people. All right. So you're saying a lot of the traits is interchangeable,
Yes.
but
But I can't take away
can't
what
take
a man
away
gives
from
me.
what a man gives
Right.
you, but the woman. Okay, fair enough. And what about you? What's some traits that you think a high value man should have?
communication and reassurance. I feel like women give that, but men, they can, not really do that a lot.
Okay.
So I feel like that those are the two main traits. And then with women, I just feel like independence. Like we shouldn't depend on a man.
Okay. You shouldn't be dependent on a man.
Nope.
I want to depend on my man. I'm sorry.
It's nice to depend, but
Yeah.
like have your own money, have your own, your own stuff.
Okay, cool. Would you say that you said that a woman shouldn't really depend on a man? What do you want a man to like protect and provide for you? Like in
Absolutely.
your relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, so from that standpoint, you're gonna depend on his protecting and providing, right?
Yeah, but I have my own though too,
Yeah. I know you have your own, but okay. Let me ask you another question then. Do you want, like, say if you meet a man, because you're only 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
So say hypothetically, a few years from now, you meet a man and he's making enough money where you don't have to work, but working is optional, right? And what would you prefer? Would you prefer to still be out there working 40 plus hours?
It depends how locked in we are.
Like, y'all locked in, I'm saying. Like,
Like
that's
married.
I mean, it's about to be that. Like, that's your man's.
Then y'all stay at home.
Okay. So is something in women that's just embedded in them. It's a natural propensity that you have to actually be dependent on a man, not independent. Because you don't really want independence. You do want to depend on a man, but I think that is currently right now is like socially acceptable for women to say that they want independence. And you're super young. You've been like manipulated and psyop by the feminist movement and many other movements that's out there. But I get what you. I just want you to understand like your core beliefs, biological proclivities that you have inside is to depend on a man.
So I just want to say, like, independence is to stand alone. So
Yeah.
So when women,
Maybe that was the wrong word.
no, but that's just what the world is screaming at us.
Yeah, they're
They're
screaming
telling
at
us
that, yeah.
like, be independent, have your own money, X, Y, and Z. But the truth is that standing alone is not what we were meant to do. So I at no point feel like any woman wants to stand alone.
And like think about how crazy it is too, like how the world like try to psyop everyone, a feminist movement to say, hey, yeah, women, you should want independence. But meanwhile, men don't say that at all. And we're bigger, taller, stronger, faster. And we're not like, yeah, we want to be independent. We like, no, we actually want a family and some children and someone to depend on us. So it's like crazy how that is. But okay, cool. You had some Mies?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's nothing wrong with a woman depending on a man. Men, we actually love doing that. The same way women love to nurture and take care of whoever they're dating or married to. It's equivalent to a man wanting to take care of you. If a man really likes you and you guys he wants to do everything for you. So if you find a man that wants to do everything for you, let him. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel like men. So I mean, by all means, do whatever it is you want to do in life. Get that job or go to school if you want to, but you don't have to. Especially if you have that man that loves you. He's gonna.
Yeah, you want to be self-sufficient. I think all human beings need to be self-sufficient. But we're not put on this planet to be independent.
I have not met any man like that.
Well, you're still young.
Give us some
That's
time.
why I'm not even. Listen, like, if you were like, a little bit older, I would have got on you. But
Yeah.
you super young, so it's like I'm taking it easy on you, and it's all good. What about you? What's some traits a high value man should possess?
I think a high value man should possess, when I say physical, mental, and spiritual and financial, I think a man needs to be he needs to be, first off, not necessarily emotion. I didn't say emotion because I don't necessarily feel like a man to be a high value man needs to be emotionally intelligent. He needs to have a woman that can help aid him in that degree. But he needs to be financially stable, firstly. Now, if he wants a family, then he needs to be financially well off to be able to provide for that family.
Okay.
He needs to be spiritually sound. He needs to know who he is and have a really good connection with a higher being, whatever you want to call him, God, Allah, whatever you want to call him.
So he needs some morals.
Some type of moral.
Yeah.
Morale. And he needs to be physically equipped, because there is a direct connection between success and being physically in shape, personally, from what I've seen in my experiences. Because in order to protect me, you can't protect me if you can't run. You can't protect me if you don't know how to throw a punch. You can't protect me if, you can't help safeguard me from the real threats. We're talking about real threats. I want a man's man, so I need somebody that can protect me from a real threat. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, like, just pick up boxing. Just pick up, things that make you physically active, because there is a direct connection between exercise and health and staying youthful. So physicality is extremely important in my realm.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So a man needs to be equipped. A strong body makes a strong mind. Makes
Right.
sense.
And
What
then-
about for the woman, though?
What would make with men?
Okay, you still. Oh, I keep
Mentally.
going. Yeah, my bad.
Ooh, okay.
She ain't finished.
And then
So
mentally,
he need all of this. I keep going.
I need him to be mentally mature.
Okay.
I need him to be able to, be direct and be assertive, but be able to listen, and to be able to be communicative in a way where he doesn't lead with his ego. You know what I'm saying? I think that's very important in a high value man. Ego driven people are very unattractive to me. In terms of a woman, I think that nurturing is very important, because it is in our nature to nurture. So if you're not nurturing, what traumas and what experiences have you been through that have taken you so far from that natural, innate sense?
Yeah.
And let's get back to that, I think emotionally, you need to be strong and intelligent, because we are emotional creatures, but they take that to be, because you're emotional, you're just going to go off the deep end and say things and be outlandish. No. A lot of, in terms of history, a lot of, men had dope female financial advisors, and it's because we're very intuitive. We have a sense of intuition. We understand certain things that can't be seen, can't be told. They just felt, and we have to tune into that. But we can't tune into that if we're not connected to that emotional, and spiritual source.
Okay.
So I feel like that's very important. And then, like, I also feel like peace. Like, women are not men's peace anymore. They're fucking headaches. And this is me talking from, like, a bisexual point of view. And, like, you have to learn how to be somebody's peace of mind. And you can't be somebody's peace of mind if you're not at peace with yourself.
So since you bisexual, who do you think actually? So you was in relationships with women before, and you was in relationships with men. Did you find yourself to have more peace with women or men?
Listen, because we're not
So
Crazy.
a woman taught me how to be a better woman for a man. When I had a relationship with an older woman, and it wasn't a relationship, it was actually a situationship. But
Yeah, I was just scissoring. Fair enough.
we were
Fair
scissoring.
enough. All right,
But the
cool.
thing is, like, she was the first woman that I had ever dealt with that did not like men. You know what I mean? Like, so she was like,
She was fooly.
she was
lesbian.
yeah.
So, well, answer that question though. Who did you find more peace being with, a man or a woman?
I want to say men, but that's very it's like
It's right
line.
there.
It's like
It's right there?
Yeah, it's like right there. Ultimately in my head, I'm leading toward a man, because
Okay.
I want children, I want this, I want certain things. So I want
Well, let's go to. Let's not look to like what you want. Like, kind of think about the past and your experiences. Like, who
Women.
actually made you feel more peaceful?
Women.
Women made you feel more peaceful.
because
Got it.
women made me feel more empowered. They made me feel more listened to and understood, and they were willing. I feel like if the situations with, like, whatever I want from a man, if it doesn't work out, I'm all the way okay with going with women, because, like, I feel like we make great money together. we just understand each other
Okay, so
more.
that was that was a
know?
few differences. All right, cool. Thank you, ladies, for all of your answers. And we'll get more into this. I got another question to go off of that what the super chat said, but let's get to the next super chat. We got AZ sends in $5. I asked that to prove a point. Much respect, Cooley. They edited that clip, but we all know the truth. That is a fact. Yeah, man. Tonight's conversation with that clip that they put up with me speaking about a top tier man. We already did the whole podcast. We showed the full thing. I've never said I was a top tier man. Also, I listed some traits where all of these ladies said out of their mouth before they even, the man needs to meet the prerequisites before they even attracted to that man, before they even give him a chance to see if he's a good communicator, to see if he has these good morals and virtues. If he doesn't meet a height requirement, a race requirement, an income requirement, he don't even qualify. He don't stand a chance. So these women just confirmed it. So yeah, that woman on the podcast, what you've seen and witnessed on that show, she was emotionally irate, bro. She was triggered and she was just speaking nonsense. That topic that we had wasn't even about the topic previously to that. She just randomly said something, and then they clipped it to try to make it seem like I was qualifying for her. But nah, man, that chick is crazy, bro. And she was talking about my braids, bro. She had a full wig on. Full wig. Jerk was crazy. It's like, but I kept it cool and casual. I got paid to be on that show. I'm like, I'm not about to. I don't even disrespect ladies on a podcast ever. Y'all see how I do. I keep it very no fugazi and very genuine. Unless the woman disrespects me. But even on that show, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. Ease was right there too. He's seen it all. He was there. He's back watching everything. They edit that clip, bro. It did not go down like that. You know, you already know, man. But anyways, yeah, man. That woman was child's play. We got no filter. Actually, no. I got a question for y'all now, real quick. I wrote it down because y'all was all answering. So let's start back on this couch then with you. And ladies, y'all could ask questions too. So since we got past the intro, like in between, y'all could ask questions, us questions, any other ladies' questions. Don't hesitate to speak. Okay. Let's say if hypothetically, if you didn't, I'm going to just read it from here. Would you ever settle if you don't get that high value man that you stated? So would you ever settle if you don't get him?
No.
You won't settle.
No.
So you'd be single forever? And if you can't get that ideal man that you stated, you'd be single forever?
I mean, I guess.
She 18, bro. The world her oyster. She not even think about it. Man, I'm not settling. Like I got mad years. She don't even know what's to come.
Respectfully, women should not settle for less. I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you?
What's the question again?
Would you ever settle if you didn't get that high value man that you just listed?
In a sense, yes, because if he's missing a few of those qualities or he's rough around the edges on a few of those qualities, like let's say his finances are not completely in order, or let's say he has a low emotional IQ and he has a lot of other great qualities that I love and I love him, I might settle for a few things and try to assist him in bettering those things. If eventually those things don't get better, and it's really damaging me, then I will not settle.
Don't you think that's a trap women always fall into though? Like they're trying to bob the builder guy. They're like, well, I'll take him, but I'll try to fix this man.
I do.
Yeah.
You have to be really careful with that and really weigh out the pros and cons. And like I said, really be assertive with yourself and with that person enough to be like, okay, you're not meeting these requirements that I need if I need them. And really do something about it, because you're right. It is a trap.
To play devil's advocate, people do change.
Yes.
People can change. So
But they might not change for you, and you have to take accountability for that and let them go.
I don't think I want someone that would ever change for me, because when you change for someone else, you're not really changing. You're changing to please them. So I would want someone. I would try to assist someone in a better way of living for them, so that they understand it's for them. And then if they genuinely change, that's great. But I do agree it could be a trap.
I actually agree with you. The facts is that people rarely change.
It's true.
If you're trying to change someone, it's not gonna happen. Usually it's not gonna happen at all. With that being said, yeah, no, I fully agree with what you're saying. I know what you're saying too. Is like, sometimes people do change, but
grow up.
probabilities versus possibilities. Yeah, if he was broke, bum, slacking, or didn't really have the bandwidth to assert himself and become better, it's a higher probability that he ain't gonna be better unless he's like super young, like
But
that's why you have
I've
maturity
seen
comes
men
with
change.
age.
I've seen men change because they lost something that they really wanted, and they realized it took the loss of something to.
But then going
change.
back to the point what she said that I wouldn't even want someone to
Wouldn't want
change
someone
for
to
me.
change for
Right.
me. Like, look, I'm gonna take Offset and Cardi for
Agree.
example. I feel like Offset has done some wild shit, right? I'm sorry to
And
curse.
she knew what she was
Some
signed up
wild
for.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like he lost her. As you said, he felt that, oh my God, I lost
didn't
what I
change.
had. I lost that good mouth. I lost the presence of this woman, the sex, and all the things that she offered to him. And so he fake changed. But did he really change? No.
But I don't think he really changed because he knew he was gonna get her
He
back.
didn't. That's what
But
I'm saying.
can I just say
He
something?
didn't
Right?
really
Just,
lose her.
Go ahead.
just,
Yeah.
just being
Right.
a woman and
Exactly.
taking accountability and speaking on.
Speaking your mic a little bit, push it closer to you.
So just being a woman, right? I know that I have been in situations where maybe I didn't cross off all their requirements, right?
Okay.
But throughout us getting to know each other, I know what those requirements are, and there are things that I'm willing to shift because it's all about growth and it's all about where you're going. There was one time I was in a relationship and I walked into the relationship, I just knew I was everything. Like I'm everything I'm the whole table.
Period.
And while I was in that relationship, I realized, like, girl, get it together.
So you talking
know
about
what I mean?
compromise?
No, I'm talking about learning, because that person is just that important to you, or that person is actually
you're
a role model to
compromising.
you. You're not compromising, you're learning. You're
can
learning
happen.
and you're
She
growing.
acquiesced in her behaviors
And there
to
you
make
go.
some changes.
There
Okay.
you go. Not to take away from your response, but my response would be, I am definitely willing to grow with a person. I'm in a stage in my life where I don't want to fall in love. I don't want to feel crazy, like, oh my God, I can't breathe without this person. When he walk out the house, I can't function. I'm in a place in my life where it's just like, all right, you're doing this, and it meshes with what I'm doing. Let's grow together. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's
that can't
talk
be
about
considered
let's talk about. But I want to grow in love. I'm not really super interested in falling in love and like,
So
oh
you
my
want
God,
to
I
fall?
want
You want to grow?
I want to grow. Yeah, I'm not super interested. Like, what's so funny? I can be physically attracted to a man, and he may be much more attractive than my man, right? And I may like, I want it, right? But
Wait. Bring it back. So you saying, like, if you got a man, you may see a man that looks better than your man, and you may want him.
I may want him, but
Okay.
I'm gonna always go back to my person because I have that understanding with my person.
You're not
Like,
gonna fold.
We're going in the same place.
So-
you know what I'm saying? We're growing together.
So this is the thing from what I hear about this, and I hear women say this, right? Like, there's levels to things. Like, there's levels to if you want someone, if you think you need someone, and then you actually need someone. Like, I'm not talking about the toxic version of need where you're like, vulnerable and
Right.
you need them for money and stuff like that. No, I'm talking about the genuine need. And when a woman she genuinely needs a man, it's much different because she can't see a world without that man. And that's when it's like that pure love, that genuine love. And that's when you're in the state of like, I think that women want to be in that state, and it's better for the relationship when they're in that state where they don't see a world without that man, because then you're not even looking at the mother niggas. Like, you remember, you said that, well, I'll have my dude and I'll see another guy that he may look better. The woman that doesn't see a world without her man, she don't even see other niggas. Them
I
niggas is
ask you a question?
transparent.
But I have
Them niggas is invisible.
But hold on. First and foremost, like, I'm not about to come up in here and act like I'm not human.
Yeah, she a
like
realist.
my eyes don't function.
I feel you.
I'm gonna
But
see
I'm-
someone
but
who's
the point-
attractive. I'm sorry, not to
Yeah,
cut
no,
you
no,
off.
you good. Go ahead. Finish
But
your
I'm
point.
gonna see somebody who's attractive, but I'm gonna go back home. You know why I'm gonna go back home? Because this is the person that I've been seeking, and I'm gonna choose him every time. And this is why I'm not interested in falling in love or all this extra ish that comes from like a Disney book. I'm not in a Disney book. You know what I mean? I want to
Yeah.
choose my person every day, which is why I don't want to fall in love and I don't want to be crazy
And you
about
want
it.
somebody that chooses you in a room full of women that could easily distract them from you being the choice.
Yeah,
You don't want the other, like, oh
So
yeah, I'm choosing you because I don't see
other
nobody else and I'm with you
but
all
they
day and
can't
every
touch
day.
my man.
No.
And the point that I made, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is this. The reality is that the reason why you're saying that you don't want to be in that state where you don't really see a world without the man is because you've been in that state before, but you
Facts.
experienced trauma. So the thing is that if you didn't have any trauma, then you wouldn't even be thinking that, because that is the state that women should be in. Now, vice versa, the man should never be in a state of needing a woman, because it's much different. When a woman gets in that state and having feelings how a woman feels for him, then he tends to pedestalize that woman. And if he's pedestalizing her, she will grow resentment and look down, because women look for a leader. They don't look for a man to be like, looking up to them, right? So it's like, it's
But why does
opposites.
it have to be a
Attraction
look
is
up?
symmetrical.
Why is it not when you say you put a woman on a certain pedestal because you hold her to a certain standard, and you're saying that
Yeah.
because of that she's gonna look down and have a certain level of resentment towards you? I don't know if I agree with that.
Me
You don't?
either.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
either.
let me
agree
explain.
with
Right. So let me ask you a question. You got a lot of guys. Well, not even forget the. I'll say
Get
this.
the a lot of.
no, I'll say this. What we're initially getting at is that the woman should like the man more than the man likes her.
Disagree.
That's what we're getting at.
I
That's
just feel-
actually the conversation.
So I feel like I'm just gonna go off of my experiences. I'm not even gonna go on like history and all this other stuff. I feel like when a man treats you and looks at you and puts you to a certain pedestal, like like wifey pedestal, or like you're somebody that I could see the mother of my child, somebody I could see me marrying, somebody I could see me being with forever, like you're of this stature. There's a lot of women, like, unfortunately, where they take themselves off of a pedestal that a guy put them on because they're doing all this outlandish, crazy ass shit. Little do they know they had their husband staring at them, but the nigga walked away.
I feel real quick. Like you missed the point that I'm saying. Show of hands, real quick. Y'all all want a leader, right? You want a guy
Somebody
to lead.
that leads, yes.
All right. So an ingredient in leadership is confidence. Right, that's an ingredient in leadership is confidence. Now, a man that's pedestalizing a woman, it's different because it's lack of confidence. The woman, he's praising the woman. So let me finish. Let me land the plane. Right, you may, but let me land the plane. Let me land at home. So what I'm saying is, when a man is in a state of pedestalizing a woman, let's just speak facts, right?
Facts for
Women don't like thirsty behavior when it comes to men. So for an example,
No.
if a man is being thirsty for you and doing too much, that's a turn off, right? Show of hands.
Icky.
Is that a turn off?
It's not. It's not. I don't know.
Okay, like
what
Depends
y'all
who it
talking
is.
about.
what's your name again? I'm sorry.
As me.
As me. So
Yes.
I know you're 39.
show a
Let's
little
say
thirst
when you
for
were
me.
like 24, did you ever feel like you doing too much? Like
I
when you
never.
were younger?
I never. Not even at 24. I never felt that way.
Okay, so let me ask you another question.
You're doing it
'Cause I
because I
tru-
deserve it.
I truly don't think any woman, all women have felt disgust that women are thirsty. So let's say you get two guys, right? They equally attractive,
Okay.
and they both slide in your DMs. The one guy, he's doing the most. He's like, "Dang, baby girl, you sexy." He liking a few
Because
pictures.
I am,
Well,
and-
let's play the scenario. It's a hypothetical to test your logic, right? So the guy A, he's doing the most. He's like, "Dang, baby girl, you look sexy." He's hearting on pics. He's commenting on pics. He's liking stories. He sends another message like, "Dang, where you at? I'm trying to get to know you." He's sending. You check your messages. It's about 5 messages.
There's a calm medium.
Well, let me finish. There's another guy, right? And guy B, he's equally attractive as guy A, but he only sends one message, and he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And maybe about that's it. Like, "How are you? Beautiful,"
Can I
something
say
like
something?
that. So the question is that I have for you, guy A and guy B, who would be more attractive to you?
So, first of all, I have to reply to both in order for
Okay,
me to
yeah, you
see
can
how
reply.
the conversation goes.
But in that moment, if you open up your DMs, you got 5 messages from one guy. They're both attractive. And you got 1 message from another guy. Who's actually going to seem more confident?
Actually,
If they both have the same qualifications?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Hold on.
By
They both
looks,
they both
they're
attractive.
both attractive.
They're both attractive. So it's gonna be let me speak to both of y'all and let me see who
No,
got what
that's
going
not
on.
the question. Don't move it
I don't.
forward.
I don't.
I
I
might
don't
be going
care.
for the thirsty nigga.
Can I just say? Can I
Go
just
for it.
say? Can I
Wait,
just
wait,
say
wait.
this?
Let's just play this hypothetical out. Let's not move the goalpost too much. I'm gonna let y'all all get it out.
But you can't give me. I heard everything you said.
Okay.
But you have to respect my answer, and my answer is I need to have a conversation with both of them because
I know you do.
Nobody is gonna lose. In my eyes, nobody is gonna be less than.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, we're not
it's
even gonna ask the
different.
18-year-olds. I'm gonna say
Because
I'm gonna just speak from the man's perspective, right? So let's say we got two women equally attractive, and both these women slide into our DM, and one has
You're a
naked
hunter.
pictures, half naked pictures on her pictures, like she's posting half naked pictures. The other girl, she's more conservative. She's still very beautiful, same beautiful, but
could be
she's
the
more
hoe, though.
conservative. What I'm saying is the man instantly, God, ladies, please listen. What I'm saying is, we all judge based off face value. We all read the book by its cover. It's human nature. So the man would be like, she's a whore, easy access, recreational use only. This chick,
That's not the option you gave me.
Let me finish real quick.
Sorry.
This other chick, it's a metaphor. This chick right here, I like this one a little bit more. I could maybe see something with her. It's maybe some mystery there. The other chick is given no mystery. So even men, we do it. Ease, do you do that?
All the time.
We do it. So now I'm asking you a question reverse.
That's not
It's
so
not
fair.
Let me
reverse.
That's not
finish.
fair, though.
No, and I need you to give an answer. Who likes who? Like, who would you actually be attracted to more? All right, put it like this: you're attracted to confidence, right?
I am.
Okay, so if you're attracted to confidence, which man displays more confidence? The
That
man
doesn't
that
say
did the
not
most,
com-
or the man that kind of just did
that
regular
to me
stuff?
doesn't say
You should put it
confident.
the one that has the
actually
OnlyFans
says,
or the one that's
hold on, I'm
conservative as
sorry.
a businessman.
What it says
Compare
to me is
equally.
persistent, and he knows what he wants. So technically, I'm gonna go for the person who's pursuing me actively.
Okay, so
that's what I'm gonna go for.
So how many guys have you gave a chance?
But see, I can't come on.
Because guys play mad cool. They be mad cool.
Can I just say?
Hold on, let her finish her point. I'll get to you.
Can I just say I can't be asked a scenario and then you're telling me what I feel because you are not me. Like this is how I
Let's
feel
see
with
the
my
DMs.
life. Okay, we can see my DMs.
How many
We
guys?
can
hold
see
on, I
my
got a question.
DMs.
So
I
how
am
many
who I
guys have you
am.
gave a chance that was blowing you up in the DMs then?
Yeah.
I
How
was
about
trying to
that?
explain my answer.
Go ahead.
Right.
Wait, no, wait. We still on her real quick. We
What
gonna
was
get
the
to you. I got you. Hold
question?
it. So go ahead. Answer the
Yeah, so
question.
how many guys in your DMs that you gave a chance that were blowing you up?
Like, do you find yourself giving a chance to the guys that's blowing you up or the guys that's playing it cool?
Matter of fact, what you ladies like to say?
Damn,
What you
can
ladies like to say?
Let her answer that one real quick.
It's
Let her
about
answer that
how you
one.
blowing me up.
Yeah, let her answer that
They
one.
know how.
They want you to answer everything. They're not gonna
You could
accept
just
your
no, it's
answer.
cool. You
I'm
could just throw emojis.
I'm
or
gonna
you could
step
be
away.
real.
I'm gonna have a drink, and
I know,
you
I
guys
got
can
my-
get back
my
to everybody
underwear
else.
is
You could be real thoughtful.
Hold
I gotta
on,
tell
hold
my
It's a
mother.
difference.
How many women say,
There's a
"Oh,
difference.
this guy's just talking to himself in my DMs"?
But you're not letting us explain.
At all.
she was gonna-
And you give
I'm
us
39.
I even know scenarios that are not even
I disagree
comparable.
too with what you
You're
guys are
talking about
saying.
women.
No,
Not
first of all,
right.
listen. Real quick, let's slow down real quick. Let's slow down real quick. I just want to get some understanding.
But not everybody.
Can I just say?
Real quick to her, men and women are different. We're not the same. So when I'm given a scenario, when I'm given a hypothetical, it's not going to be it's going to be the equal opposite equivalent.
That
It's
wasn't
not going to
equal.
be the equivalent.
That wasn't
so you were
equal.
talking about, oh, let's give a guy with an OnlyFans or something, or a guy posting thirst traps.
Because at this
That isn't the
point, that's
equal-
where we are.
That
We're
is
with
the
social
equal.
media. With social media, we're talking about the conservative man or the man that is, like a Fashion Nova model and always with the abs and the this and the that. We look at that too. You don't think we look at that too?
Yeah,
we look
we'll
at
get-
those things
we'll
too.
bring it over
We
here.
look. Men be having OnlyFans accounts as
How
well.
many guys
Not
have
a lot.
OnlyFans? What?
They
That's
do.
crazy.
though. And they
I
make
like
them
it.
mad.
Let's get her input.
I gotta text my mom. So the original question, I feel like we got lost from the original question. The original question was what? Do you have it written down or?
No, yeah, I have it written down. The original question was, it kind of switched into
kinda
the question
switched.
was, would you ever settle for, would you ever
thirst-
settle
And
if
she
you
answered
didn't meet
that.
that?
And
And
she
you answered
answered
that.
that.
But I think the question that we were going to when we got off topic a little bit, when we were speaking about who should, like, if the man is pedestalizing a woman, I stated that she would grow resentment for that man in due
Yeah,
time.
I don't agree with that because
Okay, cool.
if you check off all the characteristics that we like and then you're pedestalizing us after all your other qualifications are met, we like that shit. Why would you
You're
not
not loyal to that.
We have every other man pedestalizing us when we walk out the door. So if our man's not doing it, That's weird.
Somebody else is
not
gonna do
good.
it.
The one man who's
leaving room
And
for
then-
somebody else to come in.
And then it doesn't
So
take
they're
away.
saying-
It
they're
doesn't
saying
take
that
away
if he's
from your
there- if he's there
confidence
physically-
that you put me. First of all, if you
What?
if you're putting me on a pedestal,
Oh, that's what I wanted to say.
If you're
I'm
putting me
sorry.
on a
I just
pedestal,
wanted to
is
finish what I
because
was saying.
that's the reason you chose me. So that's where you need to keep me. That doesn't take away from
And
you.
what I was gonna say
Actually,
to
I feel
validate
like
you-
it adds value to you as a
As a man.
high value
Exactly what you
man.
want.
Okay.
Because
Finish
okay,
your.
go ahead.
I get what
It
you're
does.
saying. Finish your point.
What I was gonna say is, you're right. We don't like that thirsty behavior, but we don't like it when it's the dudes that we don't want that's doing it, and that's most of the time what we're dealing with. We're dealing with some 55-year-old on the street with one finger who's spitting on himself, and we don't want him to we don't want him to
Let's stop it right there. Look, stop it right there. Real quick.
Those are the men that are pedestalizing.
Yeah, so look, so
pedestalizing
this
us.
is why I said the question the way I said. I know women don't like thirsty men, and I know that you really just don't, like you said, you don't like men being thirsty from the men that you don't
the
want.
men that we don't want.
And this is why I can pitch. So what I'm trying to say here, try to break it down. Thank you for actually saying that. Now, if you have a man that they're both attractive,
Yes.
but one is
I
actually
want the one that's
displaying
pedestalizing
thirsty
me.
behavior.
I want the thirsty one because
You're
if
saying
he
that
checks
you
off
want the
every
thirsty
other
one.
box and he's
both
thirsty
do.
for me, that's what I'm saying. They're both equivalent, but then one is pedestalizing me and one's not. I want the one that's
Do you like
pedestalizing
guys
me.
that? Okay,
Hell
ask
yeah.
another
Into
question.
me.
Let's say another word. Do you like guys that love bomb you?
Yes,
No,
love me.
hell no.
I
Okay,
do.
that's the same thing.
What is wrong with y'all?
Let me comment on that. Let me
I
comment
don't
on
want
that.
to breathe.
Let me comment on that
Go ahead.
because if you know me, let's say we're a year in, you know me emotionally, physically, spiritually, energetically, you know everything about me, and you're pedestalizing me, that's not love bombing. That's you know my soul and you love the shit out of me.
Yeah, so
and
I
all
would-
that.
I would-
That's
I would
what
give
it
you
is.
this.
We're talking about somebody that don't know you.
I look,
Yeah,
I
Talking about
would-
someone that doesn't know me.
ladies,
No,
do try
I
to
know what
bag
love
you.
bombing is.
Yeah,
I'm not
I would
accepting
give
love
y'all
bombing.
this. So we are speaking on different points. The point where we're coming from, we're speaking about in the beginning of the relationship.
Okay.
You're speaking about during the relationship, already after you built up love and attraction for this man. That's a little bit different. And we can say, I mean, if a man is, showing his love and, appreciation to the woman, nothing is wrong with that. A woman does want to feel love back. We're not saying that.
Right.
We were speaking about in the beginning. So I think that's maybe where the confusion got messed up
I
too.
just think there's a line between love bombing. Love bombing is a really extreme measure of like gifts and just overexerting yourself. There's a difference between that and like some calm pedestalization, if that's a word.
How you doing?
But I do agree with
some
him. What's
mature,
going
healthy
on?
pedestalization.
I do agree with him
whatever
in
the
the sense
fuck
of
it's
like
called.
love bombing early on could come off as a form of insecurity.
It could come off like he's not that confident, right?
Right. Like so he's overcompensating for something that he is
And
not.
that's what
That's
we're
because
saying.
we already.
overdone.
But have a calm,
Yeah.
but have a calm
So do
medium.
you agree with
It could
that?
be
though?
Have a calm medium.
I
Still
feel-
no?
No, I don't. Because
I know you want to be love bombed.
No, let
Okay,
me
fair
tell you,
enough, fair
right? Can
enough.
I just say
Yeah,
this?
go ahead.
And I won't say nothing else. I just feel like we already come with this freaking wall and we prejudge people. Like somebody might just be that
All
way.
into you.
Like I love on people immediately. You understand? And I might come off as a creep to you because
Well,
that's
the thing is, men, we don't get repulsed when a woman is being thirsty.
Because
We
it barely
actually feel appreciated. Yeah, we actually feel appreciated by it because it barely happens to us.
Right.
But the thing is, when y'all leave the studio, you go to a gas station, guys are catcalling. After even this podcast, you look at your DMs, dudes gonna be in there. Everywhere you go, dudes is trying to hit on you. Like what I'm
But
saying
dudes
is,
appreciate what I do.
But that's the same
You're
thing for a
beautiful.
high-quality man.
I'm
If
getting
you are
dressed
high
up every
quality.
morning and you texting me, you beautiful, you look good. I like what you're doing. I don't think that that's thirsty. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Y'all can take what y'all want.
If you don't already love that man, you gonna think that is
Okay, so
thirsty.
I guess you're
We're
me,
talking
and
about
I'm
a
you.
guy that you just
Yeah,
met today.
yeah,
He's trying
that
to
you
get
just
you, trying to
met.
bag you.
Okay, what's wrong
And
with you
he's-
telling me
oh,
I'm
you know
beautiful?
Even though,
What's
like
wrong
for
with you?
me, the thirst level has to be
Yeah, it has to be
equivalent
extreme,
to
like for me.
substance.
You gotta
If
have
you're
a
offering
swag.
no
That's
substance
some
and you're
swag
just
with your
saying you
thirst
look
level.
good,
That's
you're
it. Fair
beautiful,
enough, fair
you're
enough.
sexy, that's substanceless. So no, we don't
All
like
right,
that.
all right. Okay, ladies.
Yeah.
Y'all just want us to be mean so bad.
No, but because a lot of
No, he's just trying to prove that we don't like thirsty men.
Yeah,
but,
that was the point.
but we don't like I said, the one-tooth psychopath on the street. We don't want him to be thirsty.
And the point is, let's just sum it up real quick. What I was getting at is because we were speaking about a man pedestalizing a woman, and my statement was that that's not really good if a man is doing that, pedestalizing a woman, because in due time she will grow resentment for that
I'm
man.
gonna suck your harder and better and gooder. And
Okay,
everything
and
like
what
that.
I'm saying
Just don't be
is,
too cool either.
yeah,
I'm
but
gonna like-
Too
ladies,
cool is where you go wrong.
the
And that's
thing
where
is
the
this:
cornballs get
I
in.
know y'all better than y'all know yourselves.
Oh my God.
It is true.
This is where
It's true.
Say how you really feel. Say how you really feel, Fred. Say how you really feel.
Listen, ladies.
But you're wrong about
Listen,
you.
y'all all. I know you and your DMs are flooded. So you
Okay.
two and you too. The three of you
And I
DMs.
reply and I say thank you. Ask my
I follow
followers.
my DMs.
You're
All of
proving
them.
my point. You say thank you and you leave it. You don't give that man a
Because they have
chance
one
because you.
tooth.
That's
But
not
I'm
true.
not gonna give no
Oh
man
my
a chance
goodness.
because I'm living outside of my DMs.
No, in the DMs. Look at
You
the
just,
profile
it's
pic.
just what
Let's
you're
just-
accustomed to. If you're not
They're crazy.
accustomed to a
Let's
high
just-
value
If you
woman
reply
like
to some
myself,
bullshit,
you know, I
yes.
get it.
No,
You
no,
reply
reply
to
to
some
some
That's
golf
fine.
stuff, then I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna have some conversation with you.
That's a
And if
fact.
I'm not interested, I'm actually gonna tell you that I'm
Maybe-
not interested in a nice way.
Oh yeah.
Maybe y'all understand
I'm not
this.
gonna lead you on either.
And then
Oh,
we'll
wow.
go to another topic, right?
Wow.
Maybe
The
y'all
insults.
understand this. So, the first time you get something for free, you feel appreciated. The second time you get something for free, you anticipate it. The third time you get something for free, you expect it.
That's a fact.
The fourth time you get something for free, you are entitled to it. The fifth time you get something for free, it's like you depend on it, right? And by the sixth time, if you don't get it for free, it's like resentment and stuff grows. So what I'm saying is all of you ladies get free attention from men. And since you get so much free attention from men, you don't really appreciate the attention like that because you get it so much.
But that's not
the
true.
fact
That's
is,
not
it's
true
not true.
at all.
It's not.
The fact
It's not.
for all of you
Listen, he
ladies on here,
believes
y'all
what he
get attention
believes.
from
It
men.
doesn't. The conversation is.
So you're
Let's
trying
go
to
on
tell
to the
me
next
something?
topic.
You got-
because it doesn't
You got
matter.
600K on your
Yes,
Instagram. You
I
get
have
all
600
attention.
I have 600K.
You got 3 something. You get all
Facebook.
attention.
All right, so let me
What y'all talking
let me
about?
reverse
Facebook, I
the
have
scenario
400
for
or
you.
something.
What type of attention?
What if
you
there
have
was-
to. What it is you're
I actually
demeaning
have-
women. You're demeaning women.
I'm not demeaning y'all.
men-
That's-
in a degree mentally to not be able to decipher and have discernment as to what attention we paying attention to and what attention we're not. Like we get all types of attention. Granted, we're gonna answer all the attention. Some of us, maybe not all of us, but we still understand the discernment of like a quality versus quantity versus somebody just saying some shit just because they can versus somebody really
I
trying.
appreciate it.
But look, listen. I agree with everything you said, and by everything you said proves my point because you get so much attention that you're putting guys in different categories. So meaning that if you're always getting attention, and this dude is displaying this type of thirsty behavior that other men was displaying, it's like you're not really showing that confidence. I need a confident man. You know.
No.
Y'all
You
say
might
y'all
need to
want a
give
leader.
somebody a chance. Like, let's say everybody's hitting you up, right?
We gonna,
After a while, people fall off the like. You can tell who's who. You can tell
His
who
mind
doesn't
is
have
made- his
confidence.
mind
You
is
can
made
tell.
up.
It's like a V.
no,
It's
y'all
like,
mind is made
No,
up.
your mind is definitely
Y'all
made
even
up
know that
because
your
we
mind is
live
made
it.
up.
We live it every day, so we
day.
understand.
It's y'all live it
And I
every
made a
day and
career
y'all
off of that,
entitled
off of
to it.
attention.
No.
So I know.
There's no
Okay.
entitlement. Listen,
Listen, man, y'all-
I'm gonna
No,
use
he
this
doesn't.
little time right here to let y'all know if you follow me and you love me, keep loving on me, and I'm gonna keep
No
appreciating
one
you.
is saying.
period.
No one is saying that you won't. We're not
topic.
speaking about that. Those guys that's loving you and showing you attention. I know women get the same dopamine hit from men showing them
we
attention
don't.
as
I get
as,
so mad.
Let me finish. Let me
Genuinely,
finish
though.
my statement. All right, so you understand what I'm talking about. Women get the same dopamine hit as men get. Women get the same dopamine hit from men giving them free attention, just like men get the same. Just like men get the dopamine hit from when they watch porn. Like, this is why the porn industry is so big, because niggas like to whack off and they get this dopamine hit from it. This is why Instagram is so big, and regular chicks can get popping on Instagram just by posting some selfies and showing a little hip and some curvature, because you love that attention.
Can
And
I
you're
ask you a
always on your
question?
phone
And can I say
scrolling.
one thing whenever
But
you
no,
get a chance?
listen, this is what I'm saying. You don't like thirsty niggas.
Can I
It
ask you
is
a
fact.
question? Can I ask you a question?
If you
that's not
did, listen, if you did, you would be with one of them dudes right now. Because there's a lot of dudes thirsty. They probably like, ooh, girl, I want to rub your feet, massage your back. I want to take you out. Let me
niggas that
fly
I was
you
with
out.
for years,
But you're
they
not
had to
with
be
them
thirsty to
dudes.
get me.
You don't give those guys a chance.
Oh, my man's thirsty.
No, we
Thank
do.
you.
though.
No, you
Can I
don't
ask you a
give those guys.
question,
And
though?
if you do give them a chance, it's only for a brief moment, and then you
No.
grow resentment because he was thirsty.
So can I ask you a
Nah.
question?
Okay, go ahead, sure.
So, when you are attracted to a woman,
Uh huh.
so you limit the times you text, call,
course I do.
do you have limitations? Like, do you have
Me
like
as a man,
yeah,
I don't
as a
have any
man.
limitations because I'm actually a man and I'm busy, so my time is limited regardless.
Yeah.
So it's much different.
Okay.
So with that being said, but guys, if they're not doing anything, I mean, if a guy is player, he shouldn't be always texting a woman and stuff like that because
You should have better things to do.
he should be having. And the thing
sure.
is, you want leadership. So if the guy doesn't have anything to do, well, how can he lead you? He's not showing the mindset to be assertive, to be ambitious, and to make something of himself because he doesn't have anything to do. So this is what I'm saying. You don't want a man to pedestalize you because he's supposed to be the leader. Like if he's pedestalizing you and looking up to you, well, how is he leading you
But
anywhere? That means
imagine
that
he's
you're the
leading.
leader.
So can I ask you-
Imagine he's leading in an amazing way in every aspect, but he also pedestalizes
And he
you.
has figured
That
out
doesn't
the way
devalue
to
You're
the
gonna
do
smash
leadership
someone
at all.
else.
So
Okay.
So what about
Yeah.
what about
I'm
what about
with
the
him.
flip end of the coin where men get irritated with women that probably do hit them up or like
we don't
text
like you
them
like
too
that.
much? Yeah, is it because you don't like them like that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, just go.
Like, is that the thing? Is it because you don't like them like that, or is
Yes.
it because?
Gladys.
Because we don't like you like that. We're just using you for sex. The girl that we really like, we want her to have, we want her to blow us up. The girl that we really like. The girl that we really want to be with, that we adore, love, care, respect, that we see a future with, wife, kids. We want her to.
Do you
hit her
think
up.
all men think like that, like futuristically?
Yeah, so look, and even to answer
Like
the question
young
further,
wise?
to give you more information on that question, to put more into it, even if, we don't really like the chick like that, but she's blowing us up, we still won't grow resentment for that girl.
Right.
Dudes are still going to give her attention back because it's like men and women lives different experiences on this world when it comes to dating and relationships. It's because women naturally have an abundance mindset because you are born with your sexual value. So since you're born with your sexual value, once you're 18, like these two ladies is like, dang, the world's your oyster. You got guys in college hitting on you, guys that's not in college hitting on you.
I had older men hitting on me when I was a minor.
All right,
So
you
that
don't say
honest-
that. We on YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
know some weirdos out there. But goddamn. So what I'm saying
Just
is,
saying.
nah, you don't know.
Being 18 to change.
No more shots for you, bro. No more shots. No more shots for you. You trying to set him up. No more shots for me.
gosh, don't say
I need my man focused. We need
I
ease.
want to know what Spirit thinks.
So, okay, Spirit, go
You
ahead.
should pass the shot.
So, I'm sorry, Spirit. I apologize.
I'll get you a shot, Spirit, but I want to know what you think.
I didn't touch
Well-
it. I'll gladly.
Yeah, ladies, let's stay focused. No more shots. Let's stay focused.
No.
But go ahead. You was gonna say something? No. I think.
No, Spirit was gonna say
Spirit was
something.
gonna say something.
Okay, Spirit.
Was it about getting a shot?
Go ahead. You could.
I just wanted to know what
sidetracked.
you thought about the conversation that was being had. That's all.
You can speak in the mic.
I'm gonna be honest.
You can bring it close to you too.
I feel
let
like
me do this for you actually, because you like lean. You can lean back how you was, and you just put it there.
Just bring it back
I'm
to
gonna
you.
be honest. I feel like a lot of what is being said has been said before.
Okay.
Like when you hit us with the first time you get it. then
Well,
the
yeah, that's a
second
clip
time
that
you
was
get it.
on my
Right.
social media. Yeah.
So that's that. But I do want to say this. I went to a birthday party in August, and I think that you were the most amazing thing I saw there.
Ooh, we have a
thank you.
connection here. Ooh.
Are you bisexual too?
Thank you.
This has nothing to do with me being bisexual.
Okay. You're just speaking
But
about her
yeah.
character.
But yeah.
I'm speaking about your performance.
You talking about Ducky
am.
confettis?
Yes.
Okay. I did a performance.
Wait.
Yeah,
So
they
dance-
hired me as a dancer.
Oh, okay.
Right. And you was late, but you made up for it.
I wasn't late, but they mixed up who was supposed to perform and do what.
Well, they made it seem like you was late.
I'm
So she was
Unfortunately.
stripping. You was throwing them ones.
No, they actually made people hold the ones for someone else, but we're not gonna talk about that. I was just there to give a performance. It was a sexually driven environment. It was at a sex museum, and so he wanted all aspects of sex to be, hit. So I'm the type of person that likes to curate sexual energy, feminine energy through movement. You know what I'm saying? So he hired me to
Yeah, you did a great
come
job.
and, work a crowd through movement, be tasteful but not slutty, be sexy, but not classless.
She
And
saved that this whole time just to tell you on air. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love
And
that.
I appreciate
Wait,
that you noticed
y'all-
that.
That's crazy how you hit
I
up the
didn't even know
podcast
that
and
she
y'all
was there.
knew each other and
I didn't know her.
No, we don't know each other.
but
We know each
y'all
other.
don't know each other, but y'all all you from the Bronx too? Where were you
I'm not
from?
the Bronx.
She's
I'm from
Queens.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
yeah.
and where you from? Queens.
Yeah, New York in the house.
Oh yeah, then we got New York in the building. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
New York
okay.
is
Got the hat on, fam.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to two young ladies on this conversation. Who do y'all think won a debate? Did the guys? Were you
Absolutely
rocking
not.
with the guys or were you
No.
rocking with the ladies?
Ladies.
I would let me
What would you?
ask.
Let's get the conservative one.
She said no.
Where
She
you?
said
Do
what
you
she
think
said.
that they so young? Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. They know what they're
Ask
talking
her.
about.
They have a brain.
You get thirsty guys in your DMs and probably in real life.
too.
She's beautiful.
All the guys that you gave attention to, not in a relationship or had sex with, but just all the guys that you gave attention to, were they thirsty towards you, or were they nonchalant, laid back, cool,
It's
Mr.
like a
Cool
mix
Guy?
of it.
Mix of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now out of that mix, which guys did you actually give a chance to? The thirsty guys or the guys that weren't thirsty?
We're not thirsty.
What about you?
What about you?
Yeah.
Exactly. We already know this, so
I
yeah.
just want
But
to
you,
ask
but
you-
you,
W.
okay, that's a different
That's-
age group. I'm sorry.
But what
And
we're
but
trying
that's-
to what we're trying to
Maybe
say
we need
is
to classify
Okay.
the concept
Hold
of
on,
thirst.
hold
Wait, can I
That's
say
why
we're
can
probably
I say
confused.
something real quick?
Sure.
I think as an 18-year-old, when guys are thirsty, they want sex.
Right.
Yeah.
When mature guys, maybe they're just being.
no, we
Yeah.
all want
want
sex.
it. They
At
want
all
sex.
ages.
Yeah,
we
but
all want
yeah,
sex.
I need you to know they all want sex.
That's the end game. That's the end.
The truth is, thirsty behavior exhibits more of that he just wants sex, right? But even the guys that aren't thirsty, they just want sex too.
They just do it in different ways. It's all the same at the end of the day.
Right. But what we're trying to say
Y'all
is
making me feel
not
very
all,
old.
obviously, but the majority of women get turned off when the guy is just overly pursuing them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women find it unattractive.
I don't know
what I'm
about
saying? Like, in the
pursuing, I
past, like, I'll make this about me. In the past, I'm 34.
No, I get icked out
When
from
I was
it.
in my early 20s, I over pursued a chick. I keep myself well kept, and that turned her off. She wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Lesson learned. Now
Don't
I
play
know
all your
how to
cards.
move. You know what I mean? So with that being said, a lot of guys have experienced that. A lot of guys were very respectful, gave her flower on the first date, kept calling her beautiful, just being, I guess mushy, and
I need all
the
that.
girls were turned off by that.
Yeah,
You know what
Can
I'm
I
saying?
give a
I
little
need
bit of
all
advice
that.
in terms of just social
I like
media?
that.
In terms of social media.
Real quick, and then we gotta move it on to another because we've been sticking on this topic real quick. Let's
Yeah.
just land it here. The facts is that women like mystery. Y'all like mystery. You don't want a
do
guy
That's
that's.
not a fact. That's not a fact.
You want a guy that's you've already figured that nigga out.
Excuse me?
You already figured them out. You want to do. You already know everything. Like, oh, he's simple.
No.
Exactly. So you want
Simple might be
mystery.
okay though.
So look, you want mystery. This is what I'm
I
saying.
said I want to grow. That's what I
about
said.
mystery.
Yeah, but guys
be
are
bullshit
yeah, but
a lot of
guys are
times.
different. When a chick is being mysterious, we think ho.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Slut.
That's
We want
crazy.
A simple chick.
Stop.
That's
Mystery,
crazy.
ho.
streets.
Confident chick, ho.
I'm
That's
sick of y'all.
crazy.
First of all, y'all
It's
so
not
y'all
crazy,
so
it's
grown
just-
to be doing that. Y'all so grown.
Are we all
Y'all are saying that
grown.
like publicly, like
Oh my God, she's a hoe.
She's a
Y'all
hoe
so
'cause she's
grown.
fat.
We don't say it like that.
Stop
Ladies.
it.
she's a hoe because she's
Stop
confident.
it.
I'm
You
letting
don't know.
Listen. Real quick, ladies. I'm just explaining
My
to
nurse
you.
friends are the biggest hoes. My
we know, nurse
lawyer friends are the
Nurses
biggest hoes.
sometimes
My
are.
stripper friends are not
Doctors.
the biggest hoes. If I
Yes.
think about my
No, you're
friends
right.
in terms of spectrum, my conservative friends are the biggest hoes.
Well, it's 2024. A
My
lot of
stripper
girls are the
friends
biggest
that are about
hoes.
their money and this and that, they don't even got time to. They not even on that. So that's
Stop
bullshit.
making faces over there. I
That's
see you.
bullshit. That's bullshit.
Listen, if
I
we're
just wanna
looking
tell y'all,
at it
grow up.
from a possibility standpoint, I can agree with you. There are some girls that are conservative that do be throwing that thing. But if we're looking at it from a probability standpoint, which any logical person should look at it, it's a higher probability that if she's wearing a hoe uniform, she's obviously she's acting like a hoe. If she's wearing a conservative uniform, well, she could be.
50-50.
And that's
It's
why
like
y'all end up
50-50.
heartbroken
But
and with
heartbroken
us.
and effed up.
And then we gotta deal with the
So I'm wearing
bullshit
shorts.
that comes with the bitches that wear
What's
the
a
whole
whole uniform? So I guess I'm wearing a whole
Overly
uniform.
confident women gotta deal with the
I love
bullshit from
it.
the conservative women that broke your hearts because they was hoes.
No,
Get it
no,
together.
no. We're not saying none of that. We're not saying none
I've
of
seen
that.
it. I'm 35. I've seen it.
I'm sure that's possible. I'm sure that is guys that's out there that maybe got their heart broken by the conservative
Hoes.
woman that was a whore. But anyways,
I got some
Let's grow
questions.
up.
you got
Yeah.
questions too? Okay, cool. Let's get to the
wow.
super chats because they in here. Let me go ahead and close down a Facebook stream because we've been saying too many crazy words. Everyone on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazi Podcast on YouTube. Come on over. We about to get to the super chats and get these conversations more spicy. Y'all was shy before, but I got y'all open now. Okay,
Never been
cool.
shy a day in my life.
So I never been shy.
Am I the oldest person you ever had on here?
Nah.
Y'all making me feel very
No.
old.
Nah, you are not.
You are not. We had a 52-year-old
Yeah,
on
he
here.
definitely was.
Oh,
Yikes.
okay.
Oh, you seen that episode?
We had a whole
Really?
panel.
We had a
I'm
whole
gonna definitely
panel.
look.
We had a whole panel where it was 35 to 50 something.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had panels where it was everybody was like 18 to
Oh wow.
like 24.
Yeah.
So
Where were you
My
raised?
daughter needs to come here.
Jersey. I'm from Jersey.
What part?
She'll tell y'all, but I'm
New York
from
like
Jersey
a
too.
spirit.
What part of Jersey?
like-
Broadway. Union
Oh, shut
County.
up.
But I
My
just
daughter went to
Brooklyn, but I
Broadway
just on
High.
Queens, like
For real?
Rosedale,
Yeah.
Springfield,
Word. That's what's up.
Yeah.
over there.
I live in Elizabeth.
Oh, you live in Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Man, we family. What you talking about?
Period.
Cookout. What the cookout? What's popping on at the cookout?
Part of Jersey.
I'm coming. We friends.
What
You
part
don't
of
even know that.
Jersey?
Broadway.
Broadway. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, let's get to the super chats. We got no filter sends in $5. Fellas, never date a chick with New York more out of pocket broads per capita than any other city on the planet.
They love us,
Did it
though.
once, never again.
Love
Okay,
us.
so he said he
He's
dated
hurt.
one of y'all.
He's hurt.
And it's a lot of comments on that saying facts.
Never.
Okay, so
He
chat
dated
agree.
a New Yorker, not one of us.
Bendito.
Okay, we
Let's
got
clarify.
AZ sends in $5. He says, "Would you sacrifice for family for your Would you sacrifice your family for your happiness, or sacrifice your happiness for your family?" I think this is a good question.
That is a great
Depends
question.
on.
Let's everyone. So I know it was kind of all over the place now, but let's make it more constructive. Okay, cool. And we're gonna start with. Let's start with Megan. Would you sacrifice? Okay, so would you sacrifice your family for happiness, or would you sacrifice your happiness for family?
Okay, so I love my family a lot. Like, a lot. They're like my biggest support system. And I know this sounds like really bad. but,
Okay,
like,
let me actually put more detail in this question.
Okay.
We're not actually, this question is because it's dating and a relationship
Okay.
question. So it's like if you're in a relationship with a man and he wasn't making you happy, and like say if hypothetically in the future, 25 years old, 26, you have kids with a man and he's not making you happy, would you sacrifice your family for your happiness, or would you sacrifice your happiness for your family? Like the family
Your
that you built with that man, your family.
Yeah. Not your mom and your
different.
dad, but your family.
Yeah.
If I'm not happy, I'm not. No, I need to. Respectfully, I need to focus on myself, because if I'm not happy, I don't want to like accidentally take it out on my kids or my family,
That's
and then they
right.
have issues growing up because of my let's say like my like issues. Like I don't want them having the same issues that I'm giving them. So yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I would definitely go for my happiness, and I don't think that's sacrificing the family actually when you seek your happiness, because if you make an example for your children that your happiness is most important, then they're going to learn that as well, and it's actually a better decision for the family from my perspective to make decisions in favor of your happiness, because what is life about if we're not trying to be happy? What's the point of staying in a relationship or a marriage or a family unit if you're not happy?
Okay. And what about you?
I agree with Penny again. I've actually been there and done that, and I did choose my happiness. And I'm happy I did, because one of the number one rules of staying alive is self-preservation. So there's no way I can stay in an environment where I won't thrive, I can't think, I don't feel free. I'm not doing that. All the women before us that did, I think there's many variables as to why they did. You know, I just learned recently that I think women were able to buy property in 1974. You know, we can now have bank accounts, licenses, we can get on a plane and dip. I think things would have been different if we would have had the freedoms that we do now. So I know from personal experience, I'm choosing happiness. And I also think that by choosing that happiness, I'm making the best decision for the family.
Okay. And what about you?
So I remember being in a relationship, and I was getting beat, and I was getting cheated on, and I was getting disrespected every day. But I wanted to give my daughter the family that I didn't have, and I was sacrificing my well-being. And what I didn't know was that my child, even though these things weren't happening in front of her, she got ears. You know, my sadness was rubbing off on her. My misery was rubbing off on her, and I couldn't create other relationships. So I will never be in that space again. I will never sacrifice me for no one, not even my children, because, you know, your children, they grow up, they make their own lives. And now I can't even remember what this person was like.
Okay.
And we better off, me and my daughter better off without that, so.
What about you?
I was gonna say sacrifice, but then hearing them, I'm like, oh wait, that makes more sense. Like what Spirit said with like, you know, that comes like your kids will be happy if you're happy, but then if you're sad and depressed, then they're just gonna like follow in the lead of their parents.
Okay. So you're going to choose your happiness over the family. Okay, what about you?
I think it's extremely circumstantial.
Yeah.
I feel like it's extremely circumstantial. The only way in which I would sacrifice my own happiness for my family, it has everything to do with age. Firstly, I feel like statistics already prove
Age as far as your kid's age?
my kids' age.
Okay.
I feel like statistics already prove that living in a two-parent home or having the love of a two-parent home and seeing the support of two parents together already aids and abets at the level of success and lack of so many other things that you don't have to deal with. So if I have to put up with a certain level of, there's certain things I'm not going to put up with. So with what E said, I'm not putting up with abuse. I'm not putting up with certain things that I can't mask. But if me and my counterpart, maybe we're not in love anymore. Maybe we are not, you know, we're not connected anymore. But I have no problem, you know, emulating that love and proceeding to deal with somebody I don't care to deal with right now for the betterment of my child until my child gets to a certain age where they can understand that separation is okay. And, you know, people grow apart. But until my kid is able to understand the idea of separation, I probably would sacrifice my personal happiness because I feel like as a mother, like your ultimate like goal and point of being
Purpose
is to literally raise the best human being that you can raise. You know what I'm saying? And anything that goes against that, I'm not with it. So yes, I want to see I didn't come from a 2-parent home. You know what I'm saying? So I would only want my kid to understand and be around. I don't have kids for that reason.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Who has kids on this panel? You're the only one.
I'm a 23-year-old.
23-year-old.
Yes.
Y'all 18-year-olds better not
Yeah,
have no
I'm
kids.
praying to God. Nope.
Okay, fair enough. And I mean, with all of your answers besides her, this is the reason why women initiate 70 to 80% of the divorces, because you prioritize your happiness over your family. As nonsensical, as illogical, it doesn't make sense to do that. Women have a very solipsistic view. You think that the world just revolves around yourself, so you want to prioritize your own happiness. Well, happiness is fleeting. It's up and down. Why would you like any logical right mind person, why would you prioritize something that is fleeting? Meaning that you're happy at one moment, you're not happy the next moment.
Abused, that's okay?
Let me finish my point, and then I'll let you speak. You're happy one moment, and then you're not happy another moment. You get your period every month, which literally alters your mood. So you wake up angry sometimes. So here's a few. I actually was taking notes on a few of the things that y'all was saying. So in regards to, like you said, that kids, like if I am unhappy, then the kids will see me unhappy. And a few of you actually said that. And then the kids will be unhappy. Well, life, to be honest, isn't about happiness. Life is about purpose and duty. We were all put on this planet to procreate. Now, when you have a marriage, that's a duty. It isn't about happiness. It's a duty. You have some kids, and then it's always going to be ups and downs. You think these rich people that have millions of dollars, that they're just living a happy life all the time? You think the girl that's the most beautiful girl that you can never imagine, with no implants, with no nothing, she's all natural. She's still unhappy. She's still looking in the mirror like, oh, I should fix this, I should fix that. Like, you're never happy. And guess what? Men, we ain't happy
Can I
either
ask you
all
a
the
question,
time.
Mr. Cooley?
Real quick, let me finish my
Okay,
point.
cool.
And then you could, but both of y'all save y'all questions, right? Because I listen
have
to
a few,
y'all.
actually.
So please listen to me. So also, now a few of the things y'all said, I can understand. So when you spoke about abuse,
Right.
and you spoke about, you're in an abusive relationship, and that's understandable. You shouldn't be with a man that's going to be hitting you. You should prioritize your safety over anything, because it's like, all right, I'm getting abused. That's not good for your own self-preservation.
Right.
So that's there's always exceptions to the rule. I'll give you that. And then a few of you said, okay, he says, woman. You said something. Well, woman, back in the 50s, that's when we, or 60s. That's when we just got, the rights.
1970.
And the rights.
Something.
I said in 1974,
1974,
women were able to acquire real estate.
Acquire real estate. Yep, that's what you said. Have more freedoms and all of these other things. And guess what? That's the problem right now. Y'all got all these freedoms, so you have this mindset that you don't want to depend on a man, and you want to be independent, like we were speaking about before. Men, we could be unhappy. We act despite how we feel. Unhappy, we sad, we angry, a masculine man, he's still going to act despite how he feels. And I think all human beings, even women, even though you get your period every month and it alters your thinking and your mood, you still should act despite how you feel. I think a lot of you laughing?
Yeah.
Okay, why are you laughing? You good?
You're a very interesting man.
Okay, well save the question, Sue. I think a lot of women get into the state of mind where it's like negative thinking, and you're always dwelling on negative moments in your life and negative past traumas and everything. It's something called what?
Rumination?
What you was about to say? Nothing?
I'm awake.
Okay, you'll wait. Rumination, yes. Women are in the state of rumination. Most people that experience any past traumas and stuff like that, they may find themselves in that state. And that's the state that you don't want to be in, because that state, the state after that, is either depression or anxiety. So you want to find some even ground to regulate your emotions and not always catastrophizing and looking at the worst case scenario. Like, okay, if you're in a relationship and things are fine, but there's some ups and downs, right? But as long as he's not abusing you, family comes first. Like, she gave good statistics. Like, we have stats on it. What is it? Most child delinquents, most men in prison, most of the school shooters, most of the degeneracy, all of the gang violence and stuff, most of the gang violence and stuff like that, they come from single mother households. This is what single mother households breed in society. So I think that we should avoid breaking up a happy home because we
not
just
happy.
don't feel a certain way. So I'll land my plane there. You go first with your question, then you.
First of all, if it's being broken, it's not happy. Also, I can't be in a situation like I lived it. You know what I'm saying? The statistics, whatever statistics.
But you're the
are
exception.
only
He
a
did say
small.
that.
Yeah,
He definitely did that, and I thank you for acknowledging that. However, I feel
no one's
like
saying y'all should be getting beat.
So do you think that I ever wanted to be a single mom? Do you think that women just have a child to say, oh, I want to be a single mother?
She's saying,
what I'm
where's the
saying?
accountability that men
You know what I mean?
take?
And I feel like this is what we're doing. Is women are just making all these negligent choices. Like, that's not
Well,
the
the
case.
difference is that
He wasn't living in his
it's-
masculine energy.
We're not saying the difference is this, right? You choose the man. Like,
I wasn't done. First of all.
okay, I'll let you land your plane. Go ahead. Sorry.
So there are definitely exceptions, because in my case, I was 13 years old, and I
Okay.
was with a 29-year-old who was taking advantage of the fact that I was 13 years old, right?
All right, Leah, let's move away from conversations where it's talking about,
Okay,
pedophile and stuff like that. That's weird.
But what I'm
'Cause we're on
saying is,
YouTube.
even if I was even if now, right?
Yeah.
If I am in love and I partake and I have a child, do you think I just want that man to walk out of, And it's like sometimes as women, we are left without options. Like men are leaving our households.
But from
You know what?
statistically, that isn't a fact, is what I'm saying. We know that there are some guys out there that ain't crap guys,
I
right?
worked for the hospital for a
But
long
what
time.
I'm saying
right?
is that what I was gonna tell you
I'm
before
sorry.
is that you I don't understand. I don't think you ladies understand how much power you
accountability
have,
of
right?
choosing.
You have so much power on choice. A man can't have sex with you unless you grant access to sex.
That's
If
the tru-
not, it's
that's
called
true.
rape. So then that means that you need to have discernment and choose a better man. Whose phone is that?
I don't know, but I'll check
Okay.
it out.
Yeah, see who phone that. Phone mad loud. Y'all
Penny-
ain't put your phone on
Penny,
silent.
what's just,
Told you I
I've
put
been
on
wanting to hear
silent.
Penny's
I
question.
told
Penny been having questions
I don't
over.
remember what the fuck my
Right?
question
It's
was at
like,
this point.
you gotta write it down. Oh, we can't even write it down because we don't got our phone.
Yeah, just
We should be able to have our
Just
phones
put it on
so we
vibrate
can
or
write
silent.
it down.
Accidentally
y'all
put
can
it
have
back, but
the
mine's
cards
on.
over there and pens and stuff.
Yeah, but don't nobody know about that. We're not writing it. Give it up. We grown. Give us our phones. The fuck?
You know what? I just
Y'all can,
feel
if
like
y'all
it's
want.
categorized.
If yo bring
It's
bring the
hard.
thing, bring the box over here. Bring the box over here. Chat, we do it live. And then just take your phones and put them on silent because we got phones over there ringing.
I mean, I told you I
But
put
I
it
will
on
say
silent.
it is very hard to have these type of conversations.
Real quick because they can't even see you right now.
It was Candace B or something like that.
Candace, it's probably my phone, but I put it on silent, so I don't understand why. Yeah.
And you can take your phone too.
Oh, I accidentally brought it back from the
Oh, okay.
bathroom.
And who else got? Yeah, y'all can take your phone.
Yes.
There's one more phone in there, but I guess we leave it.
Okay, cool. I guess we leaving it. All right. You good? All right. What was the point I was making? Because the phone went off.
She was saying that.
I'm sorry. The last thing you were saying was that
Move
we
your
have
mic
choices.
closer.
We have choices, so we're making the choice.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
have
So like
sex.
the thing is you have to take accountability because you made the choice. Now the thing is this, when men get in relationships, generally speaking, men aren't divorcing women. And even in relationships, it's guys that suffer in sexless relationships, sexless marriages, and still stay with that woman. Like the majority of men don't break up with women. It's women that initiate the breakups and initiate the divorces, even though he would make the choice of being in a relationship. Like men grant access to relationships. So even when we grant access to relationships, we still not the ones to take it back. It's like, well, I'll just stay with the turmoil and this bad relationship. We'll stay in it for the family because we don't prioritize our emotions. But the thing is, you prioritize your emotions, and it's nonsensical because you chose this man. Why would you even prioritize your emotions? If you choose the man, stick by that man.
Okay.
Now there's
Not
exceptions to the rule, and I gave y'all that. Can we agree to that?
Yes.
I
Okay,
definitely agree, but I feel like you cannot yes, we make a choice, but you made a choice too as a man. And the same thing you did to make me make that and to help me make that choice to sleep with you, you should continue to carry on with that behavior.
But he's
And when
saying that they
changes-
do.
No, what he's saying is that if I'm not giving you sex and you're not totally happy, you still
still
gonna
stay
continue
there.
to come to the
Men
house.
still stay there.
But why would you have one life to live? Why would you sit there and be miserable for the rest of your life?
Because men, we don't think the world revolves around us. Like men, we give our last
Yeah,
name
just
to a
go
woman.
cheat.
Men give, okay.
Generally speaking. 'cause
generally
not
speaking,
all.
I know that guys cheat, and I'm not saying that guys should be cheating. We know that guys do bad things. We know that women do bad things, right?
Right.
All I'm saying is this. The man, it's not like when men really love a girl, like you just you love that man based off how you feel. I think that really the only thing you do love is your feelings. Like you love the way the man makes you feel. So it's like, so if you prioritize your feelings and he isn't, making you feel good, you gonna go ahead and run away.
I just
So
think we
you
need to
only
stop pointing
prioritize
the
way you
finger.
feel. Men, we don't prioritize the way we feel. We prioritize what's real, and that's family, that's the woman, that's the children. So we'll sacrifice our happiness for a relationship without a problem. Men do it all the time. Like there's
Before a woman would do it, you're saying?
way before
Because
a
there are
woman
women
would
that do that too.
I just think
course
there's
there
a
are
problem
women
with
that
us
do it.
putting
Very,
men.
very tiny,
But
tiny
it's a very
small
small percentage.
of
How,
women.
wait, how you say? I'm sorry, because I'm a bit Dominican, but you say pedalize. How you say it?
Pedestalized.
Pedestalized.
I just feel like you pedestalize men and not women so
It's
much.
only because we're not
No.
we don't have a voice for the toxic man around here. We're there's 2 men to what? 6 women. If we had maybe 2 other men that probably think a little different than them, then
No,
maybe we
think
would
about it.
understand.
No, but he's
You know
always
what I
gonna
mean?
defend men because
I am
he's
not.
talking
I'm
about
actually
he's
defending
talking,
y'all.
he's talking about statistics that are only they're
you're not, 'cause you said
always
it's
in a
illogical.
certain amount.
You said
There's-
it's stupid and illogical that we do that. That we
exactly.
prioritize our happiness.
So you're not defending me and not women, not one bit. You haven't done that.
No,
since
I'm
we've been here.
defending women. I'm not defending your delusional ideologies.
Okay.
I'm not defending your delusional mindset, but I am defending women. If I'm defending family, because that's what we're really speaking about, I'm saying I'm pro-family. I'm pro-nuclear family. Then
Right.
I am defending both sexes by default. But I think how you view it is, it's like, it's not that I'm saying that, men pedestalizing women is, making the woman feel lesser. No, I'm like speaking reality. Generally speaking, you don't even want a man to pedestalize you.
But you say that from you say that from your perspective.
Because
If
realistically
we're gonna
speaking,
make
in
this a
today's
general,
generation,
Now I
with
want
social
that.
media and all of what's going on, all of what you're saying is not even what is it? Pedestalized. Family is not pedestalized. Women are not pedestalized. There's
Women
so many
are.
options. There's so much going on. Men are not even. They're not even conforming to commitment. A man is not even zeroing in on a woman to conform to commitment. So
Did you-
why are we
did-
even having these conversations
ha-
about men that are not really
That leads to my
around?
next
You
question.
gentlemen-
Okay,
gentlemen-
that leads to my next question then. So who's
Go ahead.
more scared of commitment?
Men.
or women?
Men.
Okay, what do you
Men.
think? What do you think, Max?
For sure.
Oh, I forgot your name.
What? Oh, Sam.
Yeah, so who's more scared of commitment, men or women?
Oh, men.
Okay. Men, right? Men?
Speaking
I
of
would
mic,
have to think. I'm not sure.
put your mic closer, ladies, because the audience can't hear you. So who's more scared of commitment, men or women?
Smart women with shit to lose.
So women are more scared
I
of.
think everyone
Smart
needs to be more
women
Smart women.
because
With
Okay.
shit to
people are committing
lose.
to
Not just women.
Okay,
Smart
we can say
women.
smart. Got
Commit
it.
to
With
nothing.
shit to
What
lose.
about you? Who's more scared of commitment?
I don't know, but I feel like everyone's committing when they shouldn't be committing.
If you had-
So people should. I think men and women need to be more scared of commitment because a lot of people are in these relationships that are not working.
I completely agree. Like especially like me and hers generation, a lot of the people have commitment issues, and it's like a real.
But if you had to choose,
It is
like,
directly.
who's more scared though? They say men. What do you
I
think?
think it depends on the person too.
Yeah, it
though.
depends on the person.
Just in general.
Generally
in
speaking.
general.
You're on the spot.
Who's more scared?
I'd say men.
Men. Okay,
It's
so
because
okay,
it's too
now
much
my
casual
next-
sex happening.
Okay,
That's
now-
why.
I agree.
Nobody
Alright.
wants to commit because everybody's fucking.
Ladies,
everybody.
calm down.
My
Let
next
Ease get
question.
through his questions. Go
Okay, my
ahead.
next question is: how many guys that you've dated broke up with you, and how many of the guys that you dated you broke up with?
We didn't even get to that point.
Starting with you. So, out of your relationships, you said you only been with one guy, right?
Yeah, basically.
Who broke up with who?
He broke up with me.
Got it.
Okay.
So now with you, out of your relationships, how many guys did you break up with?
I broke up with 2 because of physical,
Got it. And how many guys broke up with you?
because they were punching me and stuff like that. So I had to leave.
How many
It
guys
was
broke
me.
up with you though?
None of them.
None of them.
It was those 2.
What about you?
I'm going to just say I'm the problem.
So guys broke up with you, or you broke up with the guys?
I didn't mention guys, but
Just-
I'm going to just say I'm the problem.
Yeah, but answer the question. It's just a general question. So it's not a general question, but it's a question about your just give a number. So did you break up with more guys than they broke up with
Or
you?
women.
I've been broken up with, and I've broken up with
But
people.
who broke up
I'm
with
not
who
trying
more?
to be difficult. This is like really dead ass.
I got you, but do you think that you broken up with more people?
Then
Or-
compared to
then-
you have been broken up with?
Yeah.
I don't think I've broken up with more people.
You think that more people broke up with you?
I don't know. I mean,
If you think you're the problem, then you're.
I'll just say that.
Okay,
Yeah.
you the problem. All right, what about you?
Max, that's me. So
I do. I have been broken up with. I think I've had like 3 significant relationships where I was broken up with.
okay, and how many times have you been broken up with out of all your relationships?
I do most of the breaking up.
Okay, you?
I was with someone for a month. I gave it a try, but he cheated on me, so I broke up with him.
Okay, and you?
I was. I guess in that generic.
All your relationships, men and women. How many of them?
Not
did you
even
break up
women.
with?
In terms of men.
Okay.
It's hard because like I've been in 4 relationships.
Okay. And
But only one, and in my opinion, the one that matters is the one that broke up with me. So I feel like
Okay,
it's
but
very
the other 3 you broke up with.
right.
Okay, what's your point, Ise?
So my point is, look like you ladies are scared of commitment because even when men aren't happy with you, we still stay. I know I'm not talking about you, but like even when men are unhappy in a marriage or a relationship, we still see it through. We have public
No, we broke up with them because they were lying, cheating.
I
And
wasn't
doing
yeah,
shit.
that's
Let's
separate.
cheat and abuse out of it because I'm not every dude is
So if you
abusive.
take that out, then
So
You know what I'm
like
saying? Because my point
Then
is,
we
men
would've stood.
aren't breaking up with you,
that's
ladies.
that's super general. That's
But men
stood.
aren't breaking up with you,
That's
ladies.
super
man, I would've
general.
stood
It's
with
not
I've been in so many
commitment.
relationships when you guys broke up with
Let
the
him finish
majority
his
of the
point.
guys that you've been in a relationship with.
You're not
Not
committed
vice
to me just
versa.
because you stay with me. Committing
so
to
what is
me.
commitment then?
Commitment, you got to take away
So
all the.
commitment is loving and staying with somebody through unconditional conditions, and I've done that.
So,
I've
yeah,
done
so
and I've been
men-
in relationships and still with people
Right.
until you can't take it no more to the point where
So
it
then it's
interferes
not
with your
unconditional. It's
not.
when it
unconditional.
interferes
Love is
when
not
it interferes with your level of happiness in terms of depression and this and that, when somebody is showing you constant behaviors that aren't gonna change, you have to let it go. Yeah, they're gonna stay with you because you're the better pitch. Yeah, he wanted this. Yeah, out of the 5 relationships I was in, I was the better pitch
And
out of
this
3 of
proves
them.
my point, which is why men shouldn't pedestalize women, because when they do, you break up with them. You just admit it right then and there,
Lord,
clear.
no.
Real quick,
That's
let me land my plane. Let
crazy.
me land
It's
my
not true
plane.
to say
You just
that.
admitted that. Well, you were in a relationship with him, and he was the one. He knew that you were the better pitch.
He was
And
fucking up.
Just the fact that he knew that you were the better pitch is the fact that
That's
you
not why.
broke up with
That's
him.
not
Even
why I
though
broke up with him.
Even
That's
though
not why I
all of
broke up
those-
with him. I gave him
Listen,
tries.
either though
I gave him chances.
You're
I
missing
gave
my
him
point. You're
tries.
missing
I'm
my
not
point.
missing your point.
I'm
You're
missing
trying
the
to
point about
reel me into a
pedestalizing.
point that doesn't
No,
make
no,
any
no,
sense.
no.
He
I
didn't
got you, I got
pedestalize
you.
me at the end of the day.
he
And
didn't
even if
pedestalize you.
no, I don't think he did. Because at the end of the day, when you first meet people, like the way I energetically like link with people, it has less to do with pedestalizing.
So wait, how are you the better pitch?
Because at the end of the day, after 3-4 years of talking to
Yeah.
somebody when I'm not the liar and I'm not the cheater and I'm not the one deceiving and I am living in my authentic self and you're not doing those things and you're doing the complete opposite of those things, it is time for me to then leave. Yes, in that case, when I leave, I am the better pitch. Yeah, you want me back because you want to continue to what? Cheat? To continue to lie? To continue to... I've never been abused, but to continue to abuse or whatever the case may be.
Okay, so you're
it
using
wasn't
you're
a-
the better pitch just because
Because over
did,
time-
he did more damage in a relationship,
Right,
you did less.
that's it.
Okay,
Can
I see what
say
you're saying.
something?
Go ahead, yeah.
If you're able to lie and cheat, you're not worthy of our commitment.
Period. So now we gotta go.
But the thing is, ladies,
We commit
y'all
to guys
want a
that treat us
man.
correct,
Nah,
not guys that can
isn't
cheat
true.
and lie and abuse
you
us.
You do want a man that has the ability to cheat. You don't
Yes,
want a
you
man
do.
that
I
don't
agree.
have the ability to cheat.
I do
Let's
agree.
be honest.
I agree.
You want
You
a
know
man
what?
that's capable
I
of
agree.
cheating.
You know-
You just don't want him to cheat.
Exactly.
But you want him to have the ability to have
Why?
other hoes.
I agree.
Why?
I agree.
Because if
you
you
don't
don't
want a
have
man
other
that's not
hoes-
desired.
Yeah,
You don't want a man that's not
desired.
You know
desired.
what I
I want to
love
put my
that
man in
you
a
do?
room and know that he's still gonna choose me.
Go ahead, tell me what I do.
love that you acknowledge people's points, but then you always take it back to what you think your fact is. And I feel like, okay, since
Okay,
we
tell
want
me
to
what
say
you
that
feel
emotion,
like.
since you say
Yeah.
that women are just emotionally driven,
Okay,
I feel
tell me.
like you again put men on a pedestal and don't see through why.
Wait, you doing the same thing
can't-
you're accusing me of.
you
bringing
can't-
it back to your original point.
You can't. No, I just first of all I did was say I like the fact that you acknowledge
Okay,
people's points,
okay.
but you always take it back to what you believe in. So it's like we're having a conversation on something that we can never meet eye to eye because you're never gonna respect where I'm coming from because you already have your quote unquote facts. And may I just say
And
that
I respect where you're coming from. It's no, not a
these facts are always like there's a set amount of people. Like this is not everybody. Okay.
For sure, yeah. We don't speak in absolutes. That's why we say most. We say in general,
Mm-hmm.
you know, stuff like that. Nothing is, you know, absolute besides
I
God.
feel like 6 Asians sitting on a couch and you're like, you guys don't drive good, right? Okay. So, and all the stereotypical things that are associated with that genre of human beings. And it's like, We're just being, you know, we're
Usually
just, we're just in
stereotypes
a
is
bad
rooted in
position
some
right now
truth.
as
Right.
6
That's a fact.
Asians.
I
We're
agree
just
with
in a
that.
bad position right now because you guys have your
And
perspectives, and it is what it
The
is.
thing is not
Can't
a bad.
convince you that I'm a good driver because you don't want to hear it.
No, not.
You don't want to hear
Women
it.
statistically
I
are
swear to
good
God, I'm a
drivers.
good driver.
But they
I'm
are,
not gonna
though.
just
Nah,
say that.
women statistically.
There you go. There you go. Can I just say,
First of all,
I
y'all
do
women
have a
are
question
good
though for
drivers.
both of you gentlemen.
I agree with a lot of what you guys say, but it just doesn't hold true
Did
to
you guys
everybody. And it's like,
see?
imagine
No,
if
that's true.
women were sitting there and there was 2 valuable men. Let's say you guys are the 2 valuable men, and there was 4
Yeah.
trash men there, or something. Or let's say they were all valuable men, and we have our perspectives about men. It's going to get under our skin. And you know what you're doing. And I
Yeah, of
respect it,
course.
but it's like. It's not true. A lot of the things, the generalities that you're making about women are
So-
not true in all circumstances.
Yeah.
and
Well, here's the thing, right? When we're speaking, men and logical thinkers, we don't find ourselves in this rabbit hole. When I'm saying things, real quick, when I'm saying things and I'm speaking to y'all, maybe in generalities and giving probabilities versus possibilities and stuff like that, I'm never speaking like at you. I'm only speaking to the points that
But-
you're making.
but let me
so let me
explain how
finish.
you
So,
do,
but
actually.
what happens is that you're so emotional, so you think
Ain't
that the
nobody in
words
here
that
emotional. Not
we're
one of us.
chilling. We're good.
I think that
You need to stay corrected.
how you guys
I'm
internalize
tired.
it when I'm speaking to the point, you think that I'm speaking to you.
Because
No,
you'll kind
I
of go down the line and be like, have you made a left turn bad in 6 days? Just answer the question. Yes? Okay, cool. Have you made a left turn? Just answer the question. You'll be like,
That's
oh, wait.
different. It's the question.
You died last year and came back to
it's like
life.
a cut.
And he's
Like,
like, no, but did you ever make a bad left turn in your life? Okay.
You know why?
Did you guys
Because
come from
y'all
homes?
aren't, because y'all not
damn,
decisive.
goddamn.
Because y'all not decisive. Y'all
What are
can't
you
give a
talking about?
decisive answer.
We
Y'all like,
have
well,
all
it
been
depends.
very
For example,
Not the
You've been,
case,
you've
Mr.
been,
Cool.
you've been.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you
Mr. Cooley is
been.
not the case.
Not her. She been pretty decisive.
But remember what I said
So,
before we went
very
live? I said, look, I said, remember what I said before we went live? I said, look, everything that we're talking about is just a generalization. We're not talking about your
Yeah, but that's
personal
just a
life
phrase.
because we don't know your personal life.
That's just a cleanup, right?
Unless you
Love
want
the
to know
cleanup.
what you tell
Love
us.
the
So,
cleanup. We're not racist. That's what that sounds like.
no, but we
No,
are.
you are.
But
both
you
from,
kind of are
a
a little bit. Got your judgments
two
about women.
family
It's okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
still
it's
fuck
no.
with you guys. You guys
Let
are
me
cool.
clear this up real quick because
And then
she's
you gonna
making a
answer?
statement. Then I'm gonna answer
Okay,
what
thanks.
you're saying. Let me clear the air. This isn't. This isn't from what's the Little Rascals, the He-Man Woman Hater Club.
Feels
Are
like
you
Oh,
sure?
what is that? That's not Little
think
Rascals.
I don't
What
think
is
it is.
Yeah, that's what it
They
is.
just
That's
edited it
what
like
it
that.
Little Rascals.
The He-Man woman hater club.
I'm here.
We're not
according to that.
We're alfalfa. We're not Spanky, okay?
Yeah, this is
I don't know
alfalfa
about
and
that.
Spanky,
I
right?
don't know.
So we're speaking about things, and when I'm saying things, we're speaking about like what's best, right? Even when it comes to all of these topics, like we know that there are like broke dudes. The reason why we're not speaking about the broke dudes because y'all don't want the broke dudes. The reason why we're not speaking about the dudes that
dudes be winning
don't have
sometimes.
any
Talk
emotional
about them.
stability and stuff like that, because you don't want those men anyway. We know that you dealt with those men, and we know that you broke up with those men, right? So then when we're having these conversations, you're thinking like, well, what is he talking about? All of these dudes that I was in a relationship with, they ain't exhibit none of these traits that this nigga talking about. So you're wrong.
But do you know how many broke dudes built on the backs of women to become the exceptional, valuable man?
Yeah, very few.
Okay.
And if that did happen, she broke up with that nigga.
Yeah, the earlier and down the line, yeah, the girls before.
she broke
but
up
a
with
guy
that
will remake himself and re-ramp
come
and,
back like,
and,
"I told
and
you so."
retransition, and then social media makes everything so much easier that what he was is not who he is. And so, that reinvention, now he's a qualified, valuable man, but like he's never going to talk about when he was broke
Now you
and he
better.
was living with a girl and he was cheating and he was lying, he was doing the most.
let
and he
me
built
answer
his
your question.
business on that,
Answer my question, please.
abusing
what's the
and
So, yeah, what was the question again?
Don't do that. You know my question. My question
Nah,
was, are you gentlemen both from two-parent
parent
homes?
home.
He is. I'm not.
Oh, I could
Yeah.
tell.
Oh, how can you tell?
No. I was just being you for a second.
Well,
you
explain. How can you tell?
Because he's done his research enough.
Well, statistically,
Yeah.
I could tell too,
men who are
actually.
not from two-family homes, and they have specific issues, tend to come at women.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay. You think? And why do you think that?
Well, I just read that in a few places. I can't
Where'd
give
you
you.
read
I
that
can't. Let's Google because I feel like
Okay.
I've definitely seen that, and there's a lot of men who don't come from two family homes.
They come
and
at
say,
women, and what do you think? Like, what do you mean where they come at women? Explain them coming at women. Hold up. Let's have
So
that
just
roll.
everything that we went around the room and just
Yeah.
explain prior to me saying what I said.
Oh, so you think that? Oh, since I don't come from a two-family home, you think that I'm exhibiting what you think is like?
No,
oh,
it's
he's
not what I
exhibiting.
think. I'm doing exactly what you said because
Okay,
you've been
cool.
going
Go
off
ahead.
statistics.
But we'll give a
And
statistic.
statistically, and
Yeah.
I do not have numbers right now. I don't have anything in front of me, but I would definitely look for it. I can do that now. I have my
Well,
phone.
let me help you out.
Okay, please,
Because I
thank
know
you.
the facts.
Okay.
So,
Do you want my phone?
statistically speaking, well, you're speaking about a man that doesn't come from a two-family home. If he's raised with a single mother, I already gave those statistics before. Like those guys normally end up in prison. Those guys normally, not normally, but it's a higher probability of abusing a woman. There's a higher probability of doing some type of degenerate behavior, being involved in a gang, and all of this other type of stuff where he doesn't have a father figure.
Right.
I
Statistically,
didn't assume you
real
don't have
quick,
a father figure.
Yeah, I
though.
didn't assume that
I don't know
either.
who you was
yeah,
raised
that's
by.
totally fine. Statistically, I don't fit in that statistic at all. I don't smoke, drink, cuss, or do anything. I've never done any of those degenerate things. So I don't fit that statistic. You're looking at an exception to the rule, but the exception doesn't make the rule. It's like we can say, well, LeBron James came from a single mother household, and he's one of the best players in history in the NBA.
And a
Well,
great dad.
I guess it's
Great dad.
okay. I guess it's and he's a great dad. So I guess it's okay for men to be raised in a single mother home. That's illogical to even say. It doesn't make any sense because you're focusing on the exception. The rule is most men that come from single mother households, they end up degenerate, they end up not asserting themselves, they end up lacking masculinity. They're bums, right?
I do
So
agree.
just an
I do agree with
exception,
everything.
that's
I
all.
agree
Can
with
I ask a question?
Sure.
My question is, is it safe to say that men from single parent homes generally have kids with women that they end up not with?
Men from single mother homes,
Single parent. I didn't
single
say
parent
mother.
homes. Well, usually it's the mother. The single father is
It's very low.
very low.
Sure.
Is very low. And wait, what did you say?
Do men from single mother homes usually have kids, have kids with women that they end up not with?
Oh, like have kids out of wedlock and then they leave that woman?
Or
I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
they leave that, but I'm just saying in the sense of like they have a kid and they're not with the woman of their kid.
I mean, I don't know. I think that we could go with to that point. I don't know, but then we do have the stats on women initiate, breakups and divorces. So it's like even if he came from a single mother home or not, if we're looking at probability versus possibilities, well, it's 70. Women initiate 70 to 80% of the divorces.
90
and
if
even,
educated.
90% if they have a college degree.
So we're not talking about divorces because most in today's day and age, most relationships don't even lead to marriage. So
well,
we're talking
50%
about
50% of the population is married.
what population are we talking about exactly?
The U.S.
Oh, well, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the black population though.
Oh, I mean,
How many of them?
I mean,
Right.
it's not a lot. It's
Exactly.
like maybe
So,
25%.
Right. So in that respect,
Well, I don't know. I could be wrong. I actually don't know that stat, so don't quote me on that.
yeah. But I was just asking, like, I'm just throwing questions out there because I don't know the stats. I'm just, you seem to have a lot of factual things, so I just was
Yeah,
curious.
but we could use these stats and then we can correlate it to, what we're speaking about. So that's why I said, well, even if, I don't know, you're speaking about race. I don't really know that stat, so I can't really speak on that. Like, who knows, how many guys that came from a single parent household and then that, he leaving the family and stuff like that, or maybe he's not with that family, that partner. I don't know, but if you even just take race out and just look at gender, women y'all all answered that, I will prioritize my happiness over a family. So it's in y'all.
Not y'all all.
Besides
most
you.
of
Yeah,
them.
most
women do.
You
Yeah,
guys have a lot of the same views when it comes to the topics. You guys seem to agree.
Yeah, and
on
I
a
know
lot.
you try to single me out, and he comes from a two-family household.
No, I didn't. So
Got the same views.
So first and foremost, I definitely understand what it is like to be the exception to what we know, right? Because I feel like I'm the exception to a lot of things where I come from. Because I came from a no parent home, You know what I'm saying? So, and I still feel like I've done really great for myself. So I get it, and I'm not a disrespectful person. So if you took it that way, I apologize.
No disrespect.
And I stand corrected because I feel like the way you answered me was, super, super on it. But what I wanted to say is, like, you guys had, I get offended when people just generalize something because you guys came from different aspects, but you guys agree on the same thing.
The reason why, because it's
because you're a man and you have to
no. Like it's. Okay, I got you real quick, East. The reason why is because women and certain men too is just certain. It's a percentage of the population. They can't see generalities. They only see the exception, and that's a problem. Like you will, it's going to be hard for you to really like make it in life. And I'm not speaking about you. I'm sure you said that you got mad businesses. I'm sure you made it, right? You said you good with your shirt and all that. You said you got some Bitcoin and stuff, some crypto.
I don't.
Oh, what you said you got?
Stock market.
Okay,
Options.
stock market. Okay, cool. So you fine, but generally speaking, right? It's like when a man says something, you're like, well, there's always an exception, and you're harping on the exception. Do you want to be the person that was abused, which is an exception because most women aren't abused? Do you want to be the woman that is with a man that's well, that's probably most of them. They're with a man that's a broken and bum. But what I'm saying is we need to speak on what you really want. We need to speak on what's best. So when we have those conversations and we speak on what you actually want and what's best for relationships and family, then it's like, oh, you start to look back like, well, this doesn't really correlate to my past. We know it doesn't, but we still have to speak about what you want, because why would we speak about what you don't want? It don't make any sense. It's like, for example, generalities, right? I said the parking lot example many times just to give y'all some game. Let's say when you go to a mall, there's like 400 regular parking spots, 40 handicap parking spots. The reason why there's only 40 handicap parking spots because that's an exception. Most people aren't handicapped. So when we need to build something and construct something and organize something and push the needle forward, we have to look at the general population. Right? And this podcast is for progress, is for improvement, is for relationship improvement. So why will we speak about them niggas that you don't want, the niggas that cause you trauma and all of this heartache? No, we're going to speak about the guys that you do want and give you some game on how to get those guys. You feel what I'm saying? So when we're speaking about, oh, these women posting thirst traps online, these women doing this, because this is from the man's perspective. The reason why you're not getting them niggas, because I'm telling you how niggas think. I'm giving you the game. Like, I'm giving you the game.
But what about women that see women that post, like for example, right? Like I would say like my Instagram is definitely, it treads the line of thirst, like in terms of like I throw thirst traps where, like I'm half naked or like whatever the case may be. But I know women that are super extra, like I consider my Instagram pretty fucking tasteful, right? But for somebody like, in my opinion, you would look at it like, oh, you're a walking contradiction.
I mean, these people don't have access to me, so who cares?
Right, they don't have access to me. But I'm saying it to say, like, you would look at me, it's like, I'm not the
we don't look at it like that. Go ahead, let me play.
We've gotten into these arguments already. So you already told me that I'm a walking contradiction. Where, in my opinion, I tread a really fine line, and I've learned that line through the industries that I've been in to be artistic in a way where it's sexy, but it's not super over the top. And I've sat there and watched the masses of women that are over the fucking top get that dude that you're talking about.
What's your name again?
Desmonique.
Desmonique. In life, in society, everybody is judged on their appearance first before they even get to know a person. I'm a black man, so white people look at a black man, gangster, dumb, thug, probably has a record. Everybody is judged.
That's true.
Woman that is posting half naked pictures, the entire world, not just men or women, they're gonna judge you based on how you look.
Men.
So how?
No, they're not just women.
See, the difference is I build my business off of women, and actually my business and how
we're not speaking about that. We speaking about relationships. So how a man would view you, right? So and what he's saying is, even if you see a guy in a firefighter uniform, you're going to think that maybe he just put out a fire or he's going to put out a fire.
It's the
like
exceptions.
we judge based off of that. So we're not going to speak about the exception. You could be the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Maybe you posting some, some thotty pics, but you ain't really a thotty. And that's all fine and dandy, man. Do what you want to do. We ain't trying to control you. This ain't that type of conversation or that type of podcast. We're just giving you the reality. A man that has options, right? A man that you want. You want a guy that has options. Y'all all want a man that has the ability to get girls. So that guy that you want has options. And if he has options and you are doing some promiscuous activities or displaying some promiscuity, you won't be his first option. You would only be his sex option. That's what we're talking about.
I don't know. I've always had, like, prior to me as a child and going through whatever I went through, I've always had great men. And that's how I entered this whole conversation. I love the men that have been, in my life, because I've always learned something from them. I actually learned something from being here.
What'd you learn?
I was leading with emotion.
Okay.
Because I definitely, when you put it in the perspective of, the bigger population, right?
Yeah.
And not looking at the exceptions, I learned. You're absolutely right, and that's something that I need to go back and be like, all right, sis, let me check that out. But to my point, I find that men, regardless of what I put online and what I choose to wear, the men in my life have always came correct, and I've never had a
There's
problem.
men that's gonna accept it, and there's men that won't.
But the thing is, like, you say that, but it's hard to believe because you don't have that high value man that you said.
I do. I know. I came in here and I said I have someone, and I'm very happy.
Committed
And we do
relationship.
Absolutely. When you asked everybody, I said I'm in a
You did say that.
relationship.
I'll give you that
Absolutely.
kudos. I'll give you that kudos. But
Right.
generally speaking, when women come in here, they speak about certain things and they don't have that man. So it's like, and all we is just giving the game to you. That's all we give, and that's all we can give. And I mean, I get so many DMs like, Cooley, stop giving out the game, bro. You wildin'. Trust me, man.
Keep teaching us, please.
And it isn't really it is a teaching thing, but it's also like, I have a daughter, and I'm about to have another daughter. My daughter's 12.
It's a girl?
Yeah, I might have another daughter. Yeah.
Oh, woo, y'all heard it here first.
I think I told the chat before.
Tell me.
Well, we ain't know, so.
You be drunk half the time. So.
Oh my God.
No, I'm playing. But anyways, okay, forget about all that. Let's get to the super chats and let's get y'all more involved in the conversation because we got the two ones over here. We want to hear them speak more. And she speak very proper. I want to hear her more just because it's be funny, but you funny. Anyways.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. AZ says, he sends a $5. What you sacrifice? Okay, we already did that one. We got Ace Flex Fitness sends in $6. How much does tattoo chick and black top on the left bench press?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, nigga, low bollock. Don't get mad. I be in the gym. You heard?
That's a five.
She from Jersey, New York. I'm
You know what I mean? I be in the gym.
New York.
Come to the gym. Get your weight up.
Yeah, I definitely work out. I have a
I don't
personal
bench press actually. I'm actually also a pole instructor. So if you know anything about pole dancing definitely takes a lot of upper body strength. So.
Okay, fair enough. We got No Filter sends in $5. F the forest and the bear. Would you rather be stuck in the jungle with a random man or a tiger? Okay. Guess we could do that one. Let's start over here with you. So would you rather be stuck in the jungle with a random man or a tiger?
Honestly, a random man, because I feel like he'd be more useful than a tiger.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
You ladies, do all ladies agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta go around.
Unless you know how
They
to
could do
deal
my
with a
work
tiger.
for me.
Okay.
Honest.
All right.
Believe it
well.
or not, there's women that actually chose the tiger.
Yeah,
quote
they
unquote,
chose the tiger.
bear.
Jesus.
Yeah, they chose.
Yeah.
Well, we did that question
Sounds like
before.
trauma
They
to
chose
me.
the tiger.
Sounds like a lot of trauma to
Yeah, they
me.
chose the tiger, bro. You don't remember?
Crazy.
It was
It's a
like,
bear.
well, we did this same. He No Filter sent in this question before, bro. Yeah, we got Silverback 2.0 sends in $10. Just showing support. Appreciate you, man. We got Grand 99 sends in $20. Appreciate the support. He says since the racial disparities in voting for the black woman, are you ready to work with your black men and not this white court government system? White feminism, social media, and the gay best friend that y'all run to during hard times. So pretty much he's saying, are you ready to be with your black men
Yes.
and not
I'm only choosing black men.
you're only choosing black men. All right, fair enough. A good question, bro. That was funny. We got Victor sends in $10. Coolly, keep it up, bro. You're doing a great job. By the way, what's the IG of the girl with the glasses on?
Ooh.
Penny.
It's I'm Penny Lee.
You just want to say it again?
Follow me. The letter I, the letter M, and then Penny Lee.
Got it. There you go. We got Sino Dodgeman sends in $10. Says, and by the way, when you DM her, don't let her know that you the one that sent in the bread. She ain't gonna give you a chance because she don't like thirsty behavior.
Yeah.
You
I
got
actually do like thirsty behavior.
You
I
gotta
said.
act like
She
she
said
gotta,
it.
Do
she
you
gotta
remember
put
that
you
or
in.
no? I said I do like that.
This was gonna happen, bro. She gonna put you
Intentional
I'm
thirst
so
is different than thirst.
I care if the man looks
Intentional
good
thirst.
and act
Now throwing a bunch of like,
cool.
listen,
Listen,
fellas,
man. Oh my
God.
don't throw a bunch of emojis all the fucking time. Say something. Speak
Let me
thoughtfully.
finish my point real
like,
quick. What I was trying to say.
Intentional thirst.
Don't
start
hop.
with
I'm
me,
talking
Cooley.
to the chat.
You're wrong.
You hop in
Act
her
thirsty.
DM and you say that you the guy
Act thirsty,
that sent
daddy.
the $10.
I love you, Daddy.
She's gonna put you in. What you just did, you
Do it
entered
again
the
in my
customer
DM.
frame.
Send me another
Let me
10.
just finish my point,
Go
right?
ahead, Cooley. I love
You
you.
have entered the customer frame, and once you enter the customer frame, she won't view
are
you
daddy.
romantically. She will only view you as a
That's
customer,
not true.
meaning that she's gonna use you for your bread, bro.
Hi, Daddy.
So not true.
You will not qualify for her vagina. That means no.
He's dead wrong. Slide in my DM. You heard?
All right, we got Sino Dodgeman sends in $10. I call my dog Schooly, Cooley School. They ASS. Hey man, nigga working, man. We got Cardo M sends in $5. Cooley, if you want to make a point, you have to mute the obese stripper's mic. She can't follow very simple instructions.
Wow.
I don't know who you talking
Who's
about.
that?
It's only one. You not obese. It's only one stripper.
Nobody's obese though.
So I mean,
But he's talking about
I don't know
because
what
he's
you're talking
thick.
I don't know who he's talking about, but I mean, he could be. I
Who's a
think he's talking about
stripper?
you.
He's-
But I mean, you're not obese. But
What a dickhead.
one mic at a time, ladies. It's hard. Like when we're all speaking at once. I know
Next
we all
question.
get. I know we all get. Excited and stuff like that. And real quick, while I'm reading the super chats, please just let me read it through. And while I'm giving instructions, please let me give instructions. But when the audience is listening, and then when y'all go home because it's live and y'all watch it back, you're gonna be like, I was saying things, but I couldn't really hear myself in the thing. And it's going to be like that for a lot of the parts when we were excited. That's what they're talking about. All right, we got Willis sends in $5. How you present and carry yourself is what makes you a woman. Most of you females are the bears in the woods. Okay, fair enough. Anything to that?
I don't even know what bears in the
I
woods
think that
means.
is funny.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
I think it's an insult, and you need to give better insults.
Okay.
I don't think anybody here has conducted themselves out of place.
But he's trying to say how you
Chilling.
present yourself. So he's clearly judging how some of us are dressed or viewed
Yes,
on the
Yeah.
social platform.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
y'all lucky I got clothes
until
on.
we see what
First
you...
of all.
And I get that a lot because I'm always in people's comments and like people are always trolling me after I respond to something. And it's very unfortunate. I need the fellas that have such an opinion. One, to firstly let us reply to you because you want to have all these opinions, but then when it's time for us to reply to you, we can't. Two,
What do you mean the
be having
guys that take out the you can't at them?
yeah, on top
Fair
of
enough.
that, you guys be having zero posts. You guys be having
finish
zero
your whole
posts.
comment trying to send it.
Those are trolls, yeah.
Yeah, you guys be having zero posts.
I ain't
Be
gonna
having
hold
a
you.
whole different person's profile.
Yeah,
like
we
if
get
you're
those
not
too.
authentically
Yeah, we get those.
yourself on social media, you cannot judge somebody else who is showing exactly who
agree.
they are on social media.
We get
If
those
you are
too.
not authentically yourself, you need to shut the hell up and mind your business and troll and keep it pushing. Like, send some money and keep it pushing. But if
Y'all
you're not
lucky I got
authentically
clothes on.
yourself,
Like,
you need to let it go. You got a private page. No, you following more people than you
Yeah.
get followed and have zero posts on your page.
I
Nobody
got you. I
cares for
got you. So,
Like-
J Spot says in $10. No comment. Okay, appreciate the support, man. We got J Spot again says in $5. Okay, he says, what is more detrimental to the relationship, a man cheating or a woman cheating? Good question.
a great
Let's
question.
start.
Really good.
Let's start with where did the other girl go?
Can I go? Can I say?
Yeah, so
Oh, you could
She
go
had
first.
enough
You think
of
she
y'all.
just left? Did she take her purse and stuff or what?
really, she left her juice.
Nah, she probably didn't leave. Maybe she just went to the bathroom.
I did hear a grasshopper though, so that's why I just.
Okay, yeah, she probably went to the bathroom. Okay, we can start with you.
Wait, repeat the question though.
Yeah. So, what is more detrimental in a relationship, a man cheating or a woman cheating?
I think a woman, because it's more emotional when women do it. It's just guys do it when they're horny, but women do it out of like emotion. So I think women.
Okay. And now let's go with you.
That's a really hard question. I think it depends on like the maturity level of the person.
Let's say they're mature. They're both mature.
Both mature, but one of them cheats.
Okay.
Which one is more detrimental to the relationship?
I would have to agree with Sam and say woman.
Woman. What about you?
I think both.
Both? Gun to your head, gotta choose one. Who you choosing?
Both.
Jeez.
Shoot
She
me.
gonna die.
I just want me to lie right now.
Fair enough.
Detrimental.
Definitely when women cheat.
Okay, woman. What about you?
If like the gun is to my head, then I'm gonna say a woman. But I really feel like it's extremely circumstantial. You know, like if kids are in play, if it's an intention. I think everything
Men
has
can't
to do.
take that.
I think
Crazy.
everything has to do with intention, though. Like, because yes, we can sit there and say, generally speaking, like, you know, men cheat and it's in their nature to, like, you know, have multiple women and there's more women than men on this world and blah 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 blah. But like, intent is important. Like, if you just happen to go out and just, you know, fuck someone and like that's that and whatever. Both parties could do it, more so men than women, but women are able to do it too.
Able to do what?
To just fuck somebody and keep it pushing.
Wait. But it's still, you're talking about intent though, right?
Yeah, but intent. In
Okay,
terms of
but the intent will still be different if they still did it.
I don't agree. I just feel like.
Well, let's expound
depending
on it.
I feel like
Let me
depending.
ask you a question. Let's expound on this conversation so we don't go on rants. So you said something, okay? Well, if the woman cheats and the man cheats, it's the intention. I agree with that. And let's say they just
I said it depends on the intent.
and the situation.
The intent
Yeah.
determines, in my opinion, who would be more detrimental.
Okay, so what I'm saying is it doesn't. So even with the intent, a woman cheating, the intent is she has to like a man to a degree in order to have sex with the man, which means that she has to have some type of emotional connection.
Not all
I could just
women.
have sex.
No.
Well, a woman that can have sex with a man without any emotions is broken.
No,
That is a fact.
necessarily. Not if you're just having fun for one time in your life and you never did it again, or you
Talking
did
about
it twice.
while
But
you're
that
in
is a fact.
relationship.
But that is a
while
that
you're
is
in a
a fact.
relationship.
Oh, while you're in a
woman.
relationship.
And you don't think that that's the
Yeah,
case with men?
Cheating, not just
You're
not.
saying that that's not
you
the
having
case
a
with men?
phase.
No.
Just
That men just
cheating.
do it.
Listen,
then they can just
everybody
do it.
expects
Yeah,
a man
yeah.
to
So
cheat,
so
but when a
right now, I
woman
got
does
you.
it, it's
Let's
just
have
like
this dialogue
shocking.
be very proper and constructive, so we're not all speaking over one another. So to your point, I got a question for you, right? You're saying that the intent is different. I'm saying that even if the woman cheats, her intent is the intent from the man and the woman. I'm saying that it's always going to be different. It's never going to be the same. Because a man can cheat and he doesn't have to like a girl. I can have sex with a girl and Ease can have sex with a girl, meaning that we're capable of having sex with women that we hate. Meaning that we have zero attraction for them. We just want to get a nut off. It's only the physical aspect. But vice versa, you aren't capable of doing that. You just said that, well, if I want to have a fun time, I can have sex with a guy. But the thing is that the guy that you even choose to have sex with, you still disqualified other men and chose him, which means that you built up some type of emotional connection. Because if you didn't have any type of emotional connection with a man, your body count will be limitless because you can sleep with a whole lot of men. But it's not limitless because you have standards, and a man needs to meet certain standards in order for you to have sex with a man. But the vice versa, men, we don't have a whole lot of standards.
And you also just sat there
But
and said that.
let me finish my point. The thing is that a man doesn't need to have a whole lot of standards, right? We know guys that big fat Tammy on my 600-pound life, she's having guys. She has boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Those dudes have no standards. They are literally hitting a well, smashing a well. It wouldn't go
They
the
do have
opposite
that.
way
They have
around.
a kink. They like them.
that.
They like the
They
warm
like
fuzzy
something
honey
about it.
buns.
Bro.
They like the warm fuzzy
They
honey
like
buns.
it.
Big girls, and they own that.
They
Like, and,
have no standard.
okay,
That's the point.
So
There's no standards.
so when you sat there and say like a female having sex with without any, standards or whatever is broken. What's the rare narrative that I'm not hearing, right, is when a man decides to have sex with a woman and he has no connection, no nothing or whatever.
That he hates.
It's the lack thereof in discipline. How do you like a man that has a lack in discipline? In my opinion, cannot be my leader at all. Because if you lack discipline within yourself to control yourself, then why the fuck would I let you lead me?
But that wasn't the
Well, you're moving the goalpost. That wasn't the question. Thank you.
But
I think you're getting it now. So look, we speaking about the difference. The question is, what's more detrimental to the relationship? So if a man cheats or if a woman cheats,
it's both.
Even the little young girls know that if a girl cheats, the thing is that these young ladies, they're 18. They haven't been through a whole lot of trauma like you other ladies. So it's like they're looking at it in a sense of like, well, no, if I cheat on my man, like, I have to like that guy to a degree. Or if I do cheat on, it could be in spite, it could be anything, but I know the guy that I'm cheating with, I have to like him, which means that by default, I don't really like my man like that. But guess what? Men, we don't operate like that. We can love our girl, be in full love. But from a physical aspect, we can have sex with another woman. No one's saying that. Listen, no one's saying that is morally right. I think that cheating on both parties are wrong. This conversation is a how it is conversation,
Generally,
not how it should. Well, no, it's different. I'm saying that this conversation is a how it is conversation, not how it should be conversation. And I'm telling you that men and women biologically are different. Men are capable of having sex with girls that we do not like, we aren't even attracted to. That is a fact. The woman, she isn't capable of that. So she still has to like a man to a degree. And if the woman is sleeping around, it's disgusting. She's a broken woman. You have a vagina. You allow someone in your house. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. If you open up your doors and just allowing men in without knowing these guys, just allowing people in your house, walking in your house and they leaving junk in your house is going to be real junky, right? Guess what? Your house is going to be real junky. You're going to have all this baggage. They're putting all this trauma on you. They're nutting in you, like from the physical aspect. Men, we don't allow anyone in our house. We walk into another chick's house, leave our junk, and leave.
That's not true.
So we're not even leaving with the trauma. The guys that you're being with, if you're a promiscuous woman, you traumatized.
The roles have reversed.
Broken.
You know, in this day and age, men are very sassy. Men do invite a bunch of women in their cribs. Men do genuinely.
Wait, that was a metaphor.
But you, with the metaphor, you
the point is that the point is that we
with the vagina, I get it. Like,
but the thing is,
they enter us. So yes,
yes,
you know,
as women,
it's disgusting.
It's different.
As women, we are receivers, and honestly speaking, the only reason why, as women, they say, oh, I can just sleep with somebody without feelings is because we're too busy trying to be men. Like, as a woman, you should have no desire to do the things that a man does.
Agreed.
Period. You know, that takes away from your value.
Agreed.
And we can't blame that on a man. So as much as I wanted to pitch into this conversation and
That's
say
a fact. You spit.
I can't do it because, you know, as much as I want to talk, like, there's nothing for me to talk about because, you know, if you go inside me constantly and I allow the freaking whole world to, like, I just lose value. There's nothing for me to just what it is.
Like, a woman's value is tied to her sexuality. A man's value isn't tied to his sexuality. A man's value is tied to what he can provide, his ability to assert himself and make something for his children and his woman. It's not under sexuality. Like, think about it, right? Like, look at the baseline of things. When you want a man, the baseline, the thing that holds the glue, all of you ladies, when you spoke about the high value man, you want protecting and providing. That was like the main thing. That was the thing that you prioritize. So that means that's your baseline. Because if he doesn't have that, it's like, it's going to be real hard. Like, he could be very attractive, but broke. He could be, very charismatic, but he can't keep a job or he can't really protect me. I need that protection and providing. So the thing is, when it comes to a man versus a woman cheating, when the woman cheats, in a relationship, the man's baseline, what he looks for in a woman is sex and submissiveness. If the woman cheats, she gave up her baseline to another man. She has sex with another man and she submitted to another man. If the man cheats, we're not saying that is good, but guess what? He don't give up his baseline. He gives her dick and he goes back home. He's not protecting and providing for. He drop off some dick and then he protects and provides for you. This is why this is why it's not as detrimental when a man cheats. We know that it's wrong. Men shouldn't be cheating, but it just isn't as detrimental to the relationship.
Because we're not gonna leave you.
We ain't gonna leave you. We didn't give up our baseline, but the fact that you gave up your sexuality and submissiveness to another guy.
So generally, you saying men don't give up their baseline?
Bro,
So look, it's more
what guys that think about how many ladies been cheated on? One, two. Okay, so three ladies.
Leave you?
No.
I was more mad that he gave us some money. Should
look,
me?
Okay, cool.
But that's the exception. He always talks about.
Right.
That's the exception. So how many times you been cheated
I
on?
live in an exceptional world.
How many times you been cheated on?
I don't know. Like, you mean in terms of men? Like different men?
How many men cheated on you?
Like 3.
3. Okay, out of those 3 guys, you said one of them was providing for another girl. He was giving money to another girl. The other 2, was they giving money to another girl?
No, but they were doing other things.
Okay, they were just dicking her down. Okay, cool. So here's what I'm saying. Generally speaking, when men cheat...
Time, attention, all those things.
Got cool. But that isn't the baseline. Generally speaking, when men cheat, he is not protecting and providing for another woman. Generally speaking, when a woman cheats, she is... Well, we only look for sex and submissiveness. We don't look for the woman to provide. So it's like... Only thing we look for is you to be submissive, give us sex and follow our lead, and you gave that to another man. That's the main thing. That's the thing that men prioritize, but you gave it away. It's detrimental to the relationship. When a man cheats, yeah, it's bad. We dick someone down, but we didn't give you everything that we given to this other woman.
You ladies even said it yourself earlier. You said that, because when I asked you ladies how many men that you've broken up with, you said you broken up with the majority of them because they lied and cheated. Which makes my point that when a man cheats, he doesn't break up with you. You guys break up with them. So that's why it's more detrimental when a woman cheats. Because the majority of the time when a woman cheats, the majority of the time when a woman cheats, the relationship is over. She no longer has feelings for her current boyfriend.
No, he's speaking from a statistical standpoint, though. Like,
but we're not talking a statistic. Realistically speaking, we don't live in this.
But that is the whole conversation, though. The whole conversation is about what's realistically
like
happening
the generalities.
in life.
Like
when you growing up,
airport, landing planes.
I'm from New York City. What y'all are talking about is not the generic thing amongst black men and women. Black men and women. No, it's not. Latin black men and women. No, it's not.
So what do you think normally happens, though?
No, that's not what. That's not what I've seen in my experiences. I guess I'm an exception.
We're not just talking about one person. We're talking about in general. Like when we have those conversations with our girlfriends, what are we talking about?
The whole audience is watching, so it's like we can't.
I get it.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, all right.
I get it.
But also, we're not just talking about. We're talking about all races: black, white, Hispanic, Asian. We're talking about the entire world, and you haven't seen the entire world's experience.
Asian men are very disciplined.
So
there's other cultures that they don't have these conversations because they're not giving up. They're not doing that.
We get that.
They're not doing that. They live in a whole different.
Ease linear plane so we can get to the super chats.
That's funny.
Like
they don't got no dick to give up.
Just all races. It doesn't matter whether just in the U.S. or the U.K. You know what I mean? That's what we're talking about, because everybody experiences the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to relationships in general,
black men are more promiscuous.
We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know black men are more promiscuous. You know what I'm saying?
Look it up.
White men cheat too. Hispanic men cheat too.
But
from what I've heard, Dominican
and
men
they all
are the
come back
biggest
home to their
cheaters.
wives. That's what they're saying.
All right,
They all come back. They don't leave. That's what they say.
The most promiscuous.
Because when you're the wife, they're gonna go, they're gonna do them, and they're gonna come back.
The question is about. We know that men and women are promiscuous, but which is more detrimental when men and women are promiscuous? When women are promiscuous, more detrimental to the relationship.
Yeah.
We know that both
men cheat and have babies outside of wedlock all the time.
If a woman cheats and she has a baby,
she's more than likely not gonna. When she cheats, she's not doing that. She don't want no. The difference between a woman and a man is a woman more than likely one doesn't get caught. Two, on top of that, is not sitting there leaving evidence of the fact that she cheated. Men are more inclined to sit there and kids than women.
Detrimental meaning whoever cheats is a relationship over. We're talking about if we're
and women still stay. It's because women stay. Women will stay with a guy that cheats and has a kid by another woman. A man will not. For sure.
Because
and that's super detrimental.
It's totally different.
Because it's more, but that's more detrimental.
Stop. No, it isn't. That is a lie. You speaking nonsense right now. If I'm in a relationship with a woman, let's just speak about it logically. For hypothetical, me and you in a relationship, right? And I go ahead and knock her up. right?
I'm probably gonna stay with you.
But
You're not
let me
gonna stay
just,
with me.
But let me just think about. Let me land a plane, right? I'm trying to tell you it's different, and it's more dangerous when you do it. So
I wouldn't. The point is that we wouldn't.
It's a hypothetical.
We wouldn't though, but we wouldn't.
Yo,
We
you can't
would
even
not.
follow the hypothetical. Stay on topic. We're talking about
Okay,
that.
next
I get what you're saying. It's more detrimental if a woman does it.
Next question. Yeah.
Women's bodies are sacred. Ladies, keep your pussy to yourself.
All right, cool.
Be loyal.
So get to the super chats. We got that boy Jay sends him $5. Emotions is the excuse to justify the wrong actions they make and feel better about themselves, especially when it comes to the obligation. Ooh, I like that one.
I like the obligation.
That is a fact. I like the whole thing. You're spitting. Gray Win sends him $5. They're both bad, but when it comes to body hygiene, a woman that stinks is worse. And the man that stinks, agree or disagree? Okay, so he's saying that hygiene is both bad, but which worse, a man stinking or a woman stinking? If you think a man stinking, if you think a woman stinking is worse, show of hands.
I don't know. I think that's very even for me.
It's even.
You shouldn't be stinking.
Yeah, no, I'm raising my hand for women.
If a woman stinks,
I think
if
it's
a
worse.
woman smells is worse. I don't know.
See, look, these younger chicks haven't been tainted. They haven't been tainted.
Yeah, because they haven't had smell some nasty, sweaty balls
No,
before.
I have.
That's a
No,
great-
no, I
Yeah,
have.
it's a great thing that you haven't. That means you haven't sucked around as much.
Exactly, and not only that, they're
No,
thinking like,
I'm not saying
I'm
I did
so
that. I'm just
pure
saying.
and so fresh. Like if I stink, that's disgusting. But the girls that experience
said
all these
it's
other
equal.
stinky
We said
dudes
it's
is
equal.
I
kind
feel
of
like
like.
it's equal.
It's equal.
You think
I
it's
agree
equal?
with
They
you.
never
Equal.
smelled a grown man
What
that
you think?
smells like shit.
Huh?
They never smelled that.
What you
I
think?
zoned out. What's the question?
So the question is,
Who thinks which worse?
in regards to hygiene, body hygiene, which is worse, men or women?
I think equal, but like more women. Like I think they should take care of themselves because men are they're
Yeah.
stereotyped as dirty. Women aren't. Like men are gross.
Yeah.
Their rooms
I
messy.
100%
They're
agree.
Yeah, you're like
smelly,
y'all
but
take a
women
scruffy
aren't.
beard, y'all still like love
we
on that
smell
man
some
after
real
the gym.
sweaty grown man balls. They
right.
haven't. They
Men's
haven't.
fart stinks, but women they shouldn't smell.
Yeah,
That's like
women
the stereotype.
women farts shouldn't
The
smell.
young college dorm.
Women shouldn't even be pooping. If it was up to me.
Smell is
Women shouldn't even be
crazy.
taking shits. If it was up to me.
y'all
You
should
gotta
just-
relax. Not you.
He
We
needs
have
his
to
own
just, you know what?
Y'all
We're
should
not
be
gonna
you
do
right
right
now.
now.
Yo, look.
Okay, sir. I just had to deal with some. I had to go behind you in the bathroom. You ain't gonna be talking
Look,
about who shouldn't be
butterflies
shitting
should
shit.
come out y'all butts.
Okay, let's not do that.
My shit stink.
Like, why do y'all
My
even?
shit stink.
How did we
Why
get
do we
here?
even poop? Because that's the natural human.
The point was,
She
the
was
point
saying,
is,
like,
the point we're
you
trying
have
to
to
make.
wait.
I don't engage in these kind of conversations, bro. Next.
That's the point.
Super
The
chat.
point was that
Question.
the
We're talking
point
about
was that
shitting
we look
as
at
me.
women as pure,
We're talking about
clean.
shitting.
That's
But y'all be the same ones that judge us for not eating. Like I've had plenty of men that judge me for not eating, like, or I don't want a man that eats like red meat and stuff like that. For these very reasons, I was vegan for 7 years, right? Just started eating chicken this year, and a lot of that has to do with how you smell, how you poop, all of those things, and the smell and the aroma that comes with all of that.
Yeah, I
So
don't
you
get
know how
why-
many men will sit there and tell me like, I can't really talk to you because you don't eat. You know what I mean? You don't eat real food. It's like, bro, but you ain't complaining when
You smell fresh.
When I smell
Okay,
a
I see
certain
what
way.
you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But
That's
those is guys
very
that's just
unfortunate.
uneducated. Like at the end of the day, it's like
Women are just help men
What we're
help
saying
women to a
is-
higher standard, man. We just look at you as
Purity.
queens.
So
We
yeah,
have you
I missed
pure,
it. Y'all
So why don't they all
clean.
treat? Why do they come out the
Why
womb
can't I
treating
just
women
finish
like
a fucking
queens?
sentence?
Yo, yeah, ladies,
Damn.
let Ease
Shit.
finish his point. Go
Nah,
ahead, Ease.
I'm good. I don't got nothing else to say. I'm good. Go ahead.
Give me a hug, Ease.
No, I can't say
done.
shit today, yo.
Yo, what he's saying is, men, we desire purity. Women, you don't desire purity to the same degree that we desire in you. Yeah, you do want your man to be clean. Hygiene is a big thing, for sure. But if he farts and it's a little stinky, or if you walk into the bathroom and he's pooping, it's not like a crazy, crazy big deal. But when you fart and it stinks, it's like, come on, bro. Like, you got one job. Your only job is to be pure. Right? And butterflies should come out your
Why
hands.
do you even develop poop? Why?
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating, but we just look at you ladies as pure, lovely, perfect souls, diamonds in the rough,
We love-
pearls.
we love
so
you.
when a woman is dirty or looks scruffy, it's like, what the hell? You're not supposed to look like that. You're supposed to be the prettiest thing on the world. That's all we're saying.
Some of
That's
those
it.
points I do because I have never been, for instance, with a man who's known when I'm on my period.
Right.
or who wakes up before me and sees me looking a hot mess. Those are things like I still want you to look at me desirable, because I want you to keep. I want you to that same that got
that
you right.
oomph,
I want you to
yeah,
keep
okay.
it. Like, I definitely put myself on a pedestal. Like, I don't want my man coming over if my house ain't clean. If things aren't right. Like, I don't want that look. And I feel like women, yeah, that is part of the job, y'all.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so we got let's see here.
But I'm still.
Okay, J Spot sends. Okay, no. And then, ladies, we're gonna end the podcast soon. So if you have any last questions, get some questions ready for yourself, or if anything you want to speak about, get that ready. We got Gift Simon sends in $5. That Michael Jackson girl is so defensive. Look at her. She's boiling nonsensical. Who's the Michael Jackson one?
I guess he's talking about
you. Oh, all right. So, okay, we got J Spot sends in $5. Without termination of unborn children and contraceptives, women would likely delay sex to better discernment. Good. I agree. To better discernment, loyal and honest partners. True. Would they act differently? For sure. I think that I think that all of those things, contraceptives and the Plan Bs and women having the ability to terminate their unborn children, that just incentivizes the woman to be more promiscuous. So if you take away those things, she can't use them. So obviously, there'll be more consequences for her poor decisions. So she's like, well, I really don't want to date this guy. Yeah, he's giving me the vibes. He's mad cool, but I gotta have more discernment. So yeah, that's facts. We got what's your thoughts about that real quick?
We were talking about it before the podcast.
I agree with that. Okay, cool. We got Cardo M says $50. Okay, I appreciate the support, man. He says, I have lived in Japan, the Philippines, and currently live in Thailand. Asians have the same relationship problems. I despise when our women attempt to down us and favor a different community. How many Asians have you dated, sir? Sir, ma'am. Honestly. So yeah, that's, I guess you made the Asian comment. He was trying to come
at me. And don't call me a sir, ma'am. I'm a whole feminine woman. There's nothing surry about me. I'm a little aggressive, but...
Fair enough. We got Sino Dogman says in $10. The two young ones definitely have a chance. The other three, miles are up and time is up. Let the young ones talk. Get the young ones ready, Cooley. Okay. All right, ladies. Let's get to last questions. Well, last thoughts on the. Well, here's how I go. If you have any questions you want to ask to startup topics, ask anyone questions. You can do it now, and we can have some fun. Or if you don't have any questions, then you can just give your last thoughts on the podcast. And I think, chat, that other chick over here, she did leave. I don't know.
She did. She definitely did. She's over
it.
Yeah, she did, bro. She is like, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm not feeling this convo. And she dipped off. Fair enough.
She was cool.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Can I tell you something? I've been thinking this the whole podcast. You look like Nipsey.
That's what they usually say. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle.
I kept looking at you. I was like, oh, he looks so familiar.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. It's either Urkel, Nipsey.
Nipsey's a compliment, though.
Okay.
Like, he fine.
Oh. I appreciate you, young one. I appreciate the compliment. Young grasshopper. Young grasshopper. Young Padawan. Okay. All right, let's start over here then. Do you have any questions?
Not right now.
Okay, cool. Give me your last thoughts on the podcast.
I think it's stupendous.
Stupendous.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you're stupendous too.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you come back?
Yeah, sure.
I'll have you back. You got to do some podcasts in New York too, because we got a big New York fan base.
It's like you don't want to come to New York.
Listen, it's like not that we don't want to come, but we set here. But we do some traveling. Like we travel and do podcasts in other areas. But it's like New York right there. If we can get y'all here.
Should I invite you to my podcast and tear you to shreds?
Oh, you got a podcast? I'll come on your podcast for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's do it. You came on mine, I'll come on yours.
Ooh, that sounds crazy.
Wait, y'all don't got a podcast together?
Crazy. No.
Y'all friends, right? Yes. Join together. Join forces. Get even bigger. I'll come on yours.
Cool.
All right.
What?
Yeah, we'll come together.
Yeah,
we'll come on yours. Y'all do it live or pre-recorded?
It's live for my YouTube. It's live.
Live. Okay, yeah, we like doing live. Cool. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely come on your podcast. Any last questions?
Well, I don't have any questions, but
Yeah.
this is like my first podcast, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you speak like a politician.
She does. I love it.
That's good.
And nothing
So
wrong with
funny.
that. Nothing wrong with that.
So
It's like
formal.
you speak proper and
I
formal.
like that.
Yeah. Okay, and would you come back?
Yeah.
Have you back.
Word.
I have you back. Let's move it over here. You have any
Sir
questions?
Madam?
Let's
Sir Madam,
Sir
Michael
Madam.
Jackson.
Sir Madam, aka something Jackson. I don't know what they say.
Any questions?
No questions. I think overall it was a good experience. I definitely will come back. I think that, like anybody that has a podcast, you want to curate your own vibe and, stick to certain points and stuff like that. So if people coming on your podcast is not okay with the way you direct it, then, it's not for you.
Yeah, and it's not about the way I direct it. It's like let's be honest, ladies. Like, say if we directed it towards the broke bum guys, we'd just be sitting here like, oh, it'll just be gossip. Like when you do that, it's all gossip because we're not talking about what's best, what's to strive for, what you really want. Like, what's the goal to meet? What's the goal to get? It would just turn into gossip. We'd be all just gossip girls. It'd be like The View. It'd be like, you know what I mean?
I think we
One
don't
of
talk
them
enough
podcasters all gossip.
about like your perspective on the high value woman. I don't see that enough, in my opinion. I think that you could show a little more of what you consider high value women, and maybe possibly even if you know any, because I'm not sure if you know any or not.
Yeah, you want the cold hard truth?
Yeah, sure.
Women are born with their value. You already have all your value. Your main job is to preserve your value for the right man.
I agree.
So since you're already born with this value, it's like men, what we look for in a woman is much different for what you look for in a man. Attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So we look for purity and we look for innocence, right? But for you, it's much different. You look for the man to be experienced, and you look for leadership traits. So when we're looking at a woman and we're speaking about a woman of value, the truth is, ladies, to give Yaya kudos, you were born with value. You were born with all the value. Like, statistically speaking, since the beginning of time, 90% of women procreated, but only 40% of men procreated. The reason being, there's a lot of reasons to that, but one of the reasons being is because there's not a burden of performance on you. Like, meaning that we don't look for you to go out there and perform and be in competition with the world to bring home the food. Like, we're not looking for you to protect and provide. We love you for you. We love you for real. Women love men opportunistically under the conditions of what he can do, what he can produce, and what he can provide.
Do you think they should, or is that a bad thing or a good thing?
That's just how it is. That's how God made us.
But I'm asking your opinion.
I think that's how it should be. Nothing is wrong with that. Like, that's how it is, and that's how it's always been. It's never going to change. You can't make a woman into a man, and you can't make a man into a woman. If it shouldn't be that way, then you're trying to change the woman into a man and the man into a woman. Because y'all do want a man to lead, so by default, you must follow that man's lead. Let him be a leader. Choose a leader. So if you are choosing a leader, by default, you are following. You're not you are pedestalizing him. He's not pedestalizing you.
So you don't feel that a woman should make more money than her man, and a man should be following or possibly funding or being supportive of her vision if she has the bigger
Women
bag.
don't respect men that they make more money than.
Generally speaking, women don't respect them. Now, is it possible? Can a man still hold a masculine frame in a relationship where she's making more? For sure, guys can do that. But he has to be a real masculine man. But at the end of the day, that's like an exception to the rule. Those type of relationships are exceptional, meaning that
rare.
Yeah, they're very, very rare, like extremely rare. Most cases, you get with the guy and he's not ambitious and you're making more money than him.
You're not gonna be with him.
You're not going to be with him. Like, he could be very attractive. He can be all of that. But it's like, you're not giving me my baseline, bro.
Women say all the time they prefer a man to make more money than them. So a woman make more money than a man, she won't even look his way. How many times do you hear women say, "What? He only if he doesn't make 6 figures or more, or if he only makes $60K a year, no, but he has to make."
Also, let's just go back to the one of the first questions. The high value. What characteristic traits does a high value man should embody and a high value woman should embody? You ain't say nothing about a high value woman embodying providing. That wasn't in there. That wasn't in there at all. Like, the protection and providing from a physical aspect and from a financial aspect, it wasn't in there for a woman, but it was in there for a man. So let's keep that order, because if you try to change that order, then you're trying to change the genders and put them into different roles, and that causes chaos. That's kind of a fact. Not kind of, it is a fact. All right, cool. Well, I'm not done with you yet. Any questions? You.
No. I asked a
Oh,
couple.
yeah, you did ask your question. Oh, yeah. So, how'd you like the podcast, and would you come back?
I said that too.
You did say that? Am I tripping?
Yeah, you definitely
Jane, I'm
tripping.
tripping right now.
It's past my bedtime.
It's getting a little late, man.
It's so past my
That's why I
bedtime.
threw the shades on, because the lights be bothering my eye. All right, on to you.
I'm ready
Any
to go to bed.
questions?
No.
She's like, nah, bro.
I'll come back. I just want to go to sleep.
Okay, you'll come back. I'll have you back. I'll have both of you back.
Okay.
Good sports. And, next time I come back, we'll let y'all get some
You
questions
guys are
and
lucky.
y'all
We
can talk
usually
more.
end it late, like around 2 or 3, but we're ending it early.
To be honest, yeah, we normally go longer. I ain't gonna hold you. Any questions?
I don't have any questions. I do have an opinion.
Sure, go ahead. Express it.
I actually would have definitely liked to talk more on the topic of you guys mentioned that high quality women dress a certain way, and the thirst. I would have definitely liked to touch on that, because I feel like not often enough are women who dress a certain way that are professionals. They're only they only seen by what they choose. So I would like to see more women that dress how they want to dress, but are actually out here winning.
Like I was trying to say earlier, but y'all was trying to listen. It's just the way society is.
I wasn't talking about society though. I would like to see that here. Like, I would really like to get away from the statistics and just allow the viewers to just allow these bosses to come in here and speak, and then you guys as high quality men just be in their presence and kind of just fill that out.
I think I see what you're saying. You're saying like you got businesses and stuff going on, and well, actually, y'all can express that. It isn't like it's your first. I said it in the beginning. I said it's free for all. I'm going to go ahead and read the chats. And I only had one question. My question was from like another question from a super chat. Other than that, it was free for all.
No, I know, but that wasn't the direction that the conversation went in.
Yeah, it wasn't where it went.
And it was kind of like, it would have been like out of place. But I think if we were intentional in that way, because that did come up to where we talked about the thirst trap and then what
Well, you
men
could get
think
on
of,
that.
like.
Yeah. It's all, ladies, I'm going to be honest with you. If y'all come back, you could talk about the things you want to speak about.
I mean, we did tell you guys you can ask any questions you want.
No. Yeah, I do. I understand that.
You said that, but it was hard.
Right, because that's not the direction. You know, we went in.
It's everything is love and fair and war. But what I'm saying is, it was your first time here, so it's understandable. But y'all come back again. Now you know, like, okay,
Like, I'm
moment here
coming
to
with a
speak.
list
Hey,
and facts
this is a
and-
question, or just have a question that you want to ask, and we can indulge in that conversation.
But just to be fair, we did try a few times, and then you would say like, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the stereotypes. And I think what Esme's saying, I agree with, which is that the stereotypes
speaking
are
about the
cool to
exception?
focus on, but the exceptions are what's going to really lead the viewers to an exceptional place, rather than the stereotypical. We don't want people to be the stereotypical broken person or end up in the stereotypical situation.
Explain deeper, because I'm not
So,
catching what you're putting down.
Like Esme was saying that it was hard to exert our opinions in a sense of what's not stereotypical, because the narrative that you guys were focused on was more of the stereotypical woman.
I think you're making generalities.
Right. So you're saying we could have done that, but I'm saying it was difficult in this particular episode. Maybe not in the future, because now we're talking about it.
But give an example of in what ways did you want to talk about the exception? Like, what do you mean?
I think
One
it's
thing
healthy.
that-
to
Whoa,
talk
whoa,
about the exceptions.
let these two talk real quick because that was their convo. So, like, what ways did you want us to speak about the exceptions when it came to women? Like the exceptions when you talk about boss women. I know you were speaking about that. Okay.
Like,
No,
you know,
so-
like,
no,
so
what
I
they
just
say
wanna-
that.
Let me just
What they
clarify.
saying,
I
Steve?
get what they're saying.
She's
I think what they're trying to say is when you would say something, they were the exception in that case, and then you would speak to the generality, not to their
and say like
Right.
stop
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about the
'cause I'm the
exception. Let's go
exception,
back
too.
to the generality.
Yeah. I'm the
But I
exception,
think
too. I
it
didn't even
would
speak
be
about myself.
good to expand on the exception sometimes rather
Because
than to
there
keep
are a
bringing
lot
it.
of
Remember, you kept
exceptions
saying,
out
"Let me
there.
land the plane."
I get
The
it.
airport's stereotypical.
Ease.
There's other airports we could land at.
the reason why we talk
We
about
could
gender.
land the plane in the
We get the
exception sometimes.
progressiveness and the growth and
Yeah,
you
let
know,
him
the
make
big
his point real quick. Go ahead,
audience.
Ease.
The reason why we talk about generalities is because it's what the majority of people in the world is going through. You know what I'm saying? For example, a simple example: if 9 people like pizza and only one person likes burgers, you know what I mean?
But that's
we're
what
gonna
that just
serve-
means we're going.
we're gonna
But that just
serve-
means
we're
that's
gonna
what
serve
keeps people
pizza. You know
stuck.
what I'm saying? Because very small, only that 1% likes a burger. So why would I buy 100? Why would I
And
buy
it's the
10
part that
burgers?
we're
Because it keeps
saying
people
that
the
stuck.
majority-
It
no,
keeps people
it's
stuck.
nonsensical to speak about the exceptions when
Because
you
it's
don't
rare.
want the exception.
So
What do you mean
when
we
I
don't
was
want
trying
the
to make my
exception?
point, although I do understand what Penny's
I
point.
understand what you're saying too.
When
No,
I
like
was
the broke guys, right? Like you don't want those guys. And then like the boss, like girls that's making a whole lot of bread and doing things is like you got mad options. So it's like
But we were talking about thirst, and we were talking about value, and you were comparing girls being like showing their bodies or whatever, and that's a form of thirst,
Because-
and that being a form of lack of value. But in today's society, generally speaking, those women are winning. Those women are
Okay.
making a lot of money. Those women are,
But they're
you know what I
single
mean?
with cats and dogs. They
No,
have no
that's not
family
true.
and
That's
stuff
not
like
necessarily
that.
true.
Generally, that's what
Listen,
it is.
okay, hold on.
you see
Stop.
what I'm
But,
saying?
but
You keep
going
going
back to
back
my
to
point,
the
my point.
generally.
Although I
The
agree
generally.
with Penny, but that was not my point. My point was that it would be nice to be in a setting where there are more women that look like me, right? That look like me and wear what they want to wear, but they're winning, and being able to express that and focusing on like, yeah,
That's-
this
that's
is
What
fine.
I'm saying.
That's
That is the
fine, but
exception.
most
That's
women
the
wouldn't
exception.
accept that.
Yeah, that's
Most
all
men
we're
don't
saying
want
is
But we
that.
don't want to. But we don't.
don't
we,
wanna talk
so
about
that's
this.
just what everybody has
Who
to talk
cares about
about.
most
Like,
men?
let's talk
Well-
about something. Let's be in a space where it's safe to speak about, and you guys, as high valued men, can see the different views from women coming from where we come from.
Yeah, we know. We've
No,
had
you
over
don't know
1,000
because you don't
women
know
on the
me.
podcast.
But you
Some
don't
wanna
know
come
because you
on.
don't know me. You don't know Penny. You don't know.
No, what I'm
Some
saying
don't
is
wanna
this,
come
like,
on.
real quick, because y'all all just speaking just to speak, and I said it multiple times. Like, understand this. So the purpose of a podcast, any podcast, well, one, it's entertainment for sure. Great, it could be entertaining, but the purpose of this podcast is for educational purposes too, and then also it's to push the needle forward. So it's to give information about what's best, what people actually want. I'm not speaking about guys that y'all don't want. We speaking about guys that y'all do want. We not speaking about girls that we don't want. Well, yeah, we do speak about them. Sometimes we say they're recreational use only, but they don't qualify for any true commitment. So it's like, and then y'all speak about those guys too a little bit. It's like, oh, they broke bums. I broke up with those guys. So like those conversations are cool, but it doesn't push the needle forward. It doesn't give any substance to the conversation when the listeners are hearing about things, because it just turns into gossip.
Does
We'll be
focusing on the
gossip girls.
stereotype push the needle forward from your
That
perspective?
isn't the stereotype. We're speaking about things. We're speaking
I
about
was
the
asking you a
guys that you
question. I
want.
said, does speaking about the stereotype, which is what you guys do mostly, does that push
Give
the
an
needle from your
example of a
perspective?
stereotype.
Like, you know how you said you
The
guys
dress.
speak in generalities? I'm asking you, do you feel like speaking in generalities about society, about women, do you feel like that pushes the needle? That's my question to you.
Okay, let me just
'Cause
say
I
this.
don't think it does,
You
but you
know,
said
so
it
let me
does.
say this. So anything you do in life, if you don't, I'll say it another way. In order to get ahead in life and to solve a problem, or to not fall and bump your head, to push the needle forward, to be successful, in order to do these things, you must understand how the world operates. You must understand how the world is, not how the world should be. So generalities is how the world is, meaning that it's this is how the world just operates from a general perspective. So if you can understand how the world operates from a general perspective, then you're able to make better decisions, right? So if we're speaking about dating and relationships, these two young ladies are young. They're only 18 years old, right? So we want to give them a generality how men think. But if we tell them how, oh, well, men should be like this, but men aren't like that. Like, they lie to you. They cheat on you. They can have sex with a chick and not even like that chick, but they can still love you. This is how it is, and you need to understand this information to operate in this world.
Okay,
you feel what I'm
so
saying? If you are looking at only the exceptions, it's like, but you don't understand how things is, then it's nonsensical. You can't make anything. This is why women keep, it's like a cycle. It's like, what's the thing when you keep making a wrong decision over and over, and it's what's the word for it? You keep making a wrong decision over and over, and it's called that's the definition of, what is it?
Insanity.
Insanity.
I think we're just talking about more of a balance. More of a balance.
Talking about
the
generalities
generalities, correct. The stereotypes, because I agree with you, but then also balancing that out with the shoulds, because if we don't talk about the shoulds, then we're not expanding.
How about
the things that do happen?
How about also,
that do happen.
how about also, just spreading the knowledge that if you, like someone like you, how did you become that person who rose above all the obstacles?
Because there's a lot of people.
Because there's a lot of, but I didn't get to experience that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm just saying. You didn't give your audience. I mean, your guests. Hair. Sorry.
In this episode.
Yeah, but I can't say it on every episode.
No, I get it. What I'm saying, I'm speaking from my perspective.
Okay,
like,
true. I feel
you
you
asked me a question, so I'm just telling you my perspective, and
I
that's
got you.
it.
I
Other than
respect
that, like I said, I gave you both kudos because I do feel like I love to be in a setting where I can just kind of like sit back and be like, okay, yeah, I learned something, or I can take something away from this, because maybe.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Now, other than that, you said you'll come back. All the ladies pretty much said they'll come back. The other chick, she done left. Who knows where she went? But hey, it is what it is. I mean, she done dipped off, and she live in New York. She done skated. Okay, we got two more super chats in here. We got Willis sends in $2. Red lips is as masculine as a 1964 Pontiac GTO.
Yes, you're not for me, baby. Sorry.
Mr. Fixit 919 sends him $5. He says, question for the ladies with sons. It's only, you got a son or a daughter?
I have a daughter.
Nobody has.
No one got sons or daughters. Would you pay a capable / successful man to mentor / coach your son? Oh, yeah, they don't got sons. Yeah, they don't know. Okay, well, I appreciate the support.
And I'm sorry, to address the first, me being masculine, I find that extremely funny because I literally get paid to teach women how to be more feminine. So I appreciate the judgment of like what you see on this podcast and like the aggressiveness or the assertiveness or how I'm dressed or whatever the case may be. But if you do your homework, women pay me to get more in tune with their feminine energy. So,
but you
I mean, I get it. But
on the episode.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. It's like people get paid.
Women who are feminine, they're feminine at all the time.
All the time. That is true. When women are feminine, they're feminine all the time. In a workforce,
there is a
at
balance.
home,
there
they're always
is a
feminine.
balance. And realistically speaking, I didn't come on this podcast like, let's be real. I came on this podcast already feeling prejudged and etc. because I've already had previous conversations. You know what I mean?
Well, welcome to the club. Men get prejudged every day.
All right, respectfully.
Women, how many times women say, hold on, how many times women say, oh, if he's under 6 foot, no chance. If he doesn't make this amount of money, no chance. If he lives at home, no chance. If he doesn't drive this kind of car, no chance. Welcome to the club. Men get prejudged every single day by women, and women do it way harsh than men.
You think so?
But when a man says he doesn't like a girl that's fat, or he doesn't want a single mother, or if he doesn't want a woman that shows too much skin, it's a big deal. The same way you women have your preferences, so do men also. But the difference is, us men, we can take it. You women can't.
Facts.
Men, we
I
can
feel
take
like everybody
it.
here took
We take criticism very well. You don't like a
I'm just saying, you're wrong. Like, you could judge what you want to judge, but I don't gotta prove it. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah, one mic at a time. Let him just finish.
Yeah, like my point is, men get prejudged every single day by women and by society. You know what I'm saying? If a man is too emotional, feminine, sassy. It's giving women female energy. You know what I'm saying? If a man doesn't meet a certain requirement of a woman, they get prejudged. So easy. But as soon as a man says, okay, well, we don't like a woman that's fat, shows too much skin, single mothers, it's a big fucking deal. Well, guess what, sweetheart? Us men, we got
and
what we like and
can
what
say
we
the same thing
dislike.
as soon as
You
a
know what I'm
female
saying?
speaks up for herself.
It's just that a lot of you women aren't used to hearing men say, "Hey, look, we don't like this kind of woman." And honestly, I personally think that that a lot of the guys. A lot of guys that you guys are attracted to, you don't even realize, like, some don't even like y'all. And
Yeah, bro, they just smash it. Like, dudes will keep you in sex zone only,
so,
and you don't even know it. You think this guy loves you, but he don't love you. And the fact that, like, when you say, like, oh, well, I get paid for something, so, like, you're putting, like, I get paid for it, so I must be good at it. People get paid for selling drugs. People get paid for, flipping cheeseburgers. That doesn't mean, like, you can't say, well, I get paid for it to show women how to be feminine, so obviously I'm feminine.
I know I'm good. I know I'm good at what I do. I know that I don't really like. I mean, I get you. I hear what you're saying, but I mean, the proof is just in what.
Yeah, I mean, you could always come back at the chat. No, that's fine. I got. This is totally fine. Like the chat said that wasn't our perspective. I was just letting you know what he was saying. But anyways. All right. Is that it? Do we got another one? No, we don't have any more. Okay, that's it. All right, chat. This podcast is no Fugazi. Ease. Last thought, you got anything?
Yo, I'm fucking frustrated.
He's like, y'all mad, bro.
This was a panel I did not enjoy, to be honest with you. But hey,
thanks for keeping it no Fugazi.
You barely said the words.
Because I couldn't.
Even when you could.
I couldn't.
Because Daddy was talking all the time.
Hello.
No, I couldn't say a damn thing. But
he was very chatty over here.
Yeah, you actually let me speak back there.
Are you speaking off emotion? You gotta chill.
Yeah, I'm frustrated.
Okay,
I'm frustrated.
You gotta chill.
You know what I'm saying? Because we let you speak, but as soon as it comes for me to speak, I couldn't get the same respect that I was given.
All right, let's stay another hour. Go ahead.
Okay, bet. So listen. So
That's what we doing.
What is that?
All right, y'all can stay by yourselves. I'm leaving.
Fair enough. All right.
I'm out of here.
All right.
I'm tired.
We done?
Tired?
Okay, cool. We done.
done,
All right,
bro.
ladies and gents. Next episode. Hey, man, don't be a ninja watcher. Before you go ahead and like the podcast, subscribe to the podcast. They're trying to suppress us in the algorithm. It always happens, every now and then. So like the podcast before you go. Also, stay tuned. We're doing a stream on Sunday, debate night, and then also on Wednesday, debate night. So tune into those, man. Y'all been liking those shows more than y'all like the shows with the ladies. So I'm gonna keep giving y'all those debate nights.
Yeah, they love the debates.
They love the debates, and we get more live viewers and all of that. But anyways, hey, this podcast was No Fugazi, and we out. Actually, Gabby, off. You done. And you want to leave too? This is how our relationship goes. God over man, man over woman, woman over children.